good evening. Thank you for joining us here on the Grim Reaper Network, also live over on our website, and it's also over on Bears. We've got a sort of like a three way of doing this tonight. Reason being is that the topic may be better off being um, taken over to the website. Reason being is just so that we make sure that everything's a-okay. Give me 2 seconds. I've got myself talking to me, and I don't know why. Um, oh, I see why. Uh, password sorted. That's the rest of it sorted. I don't know. I need to have a producer. Good evening to Steve Billings. Let's go. Fat Daddy, Julian, and of course, Mama Bear. Um, you're all over on a number of different channels. My apologies for this. You're either on Grim Reapers or you're on Bears. Regrettably, I don't actually have a way of finding out for definite. So, um, give me give, give me a second. Right, okay, that sorted that little problem out. Uh, Hi, Vanda. What's this? I see the video in Premier's an illegal for illegal Premier's playlist. Oh, I've no idea. Can't answer that one. Bear isn't currently with us at the moment. I'm waiting for him to arrive, and I'm also for Mellows to arrive. And I'm hoping to be able to have a reasonable conversation regarding um, the way that what's the phrase I'm thinking now? The way that we could be paying down. I put out a little promo for this video earlier on, so but I don't know whether you've seen it or not. So I'm going to replay it if I can. Here should do. Oh, there we go. What's the worst thing you could possibly think of um, in regards to what could be happening in the world? Let me have a look. See what I can sort out, because I'm going to show you part and parcel really of what the world could look like. Just realised the Bollywood was pretty well. My apologies. While that was playing, I had a knock at the door for the food delivery. Regrettably, um, I don't know where the others are. So, with a total of 19 people watching uh, across the three different areas, I can only apologise. Um, anyway, what did you think of it? I mean, the idea behind it. Do you think that the world could go that far? Well, which we are intending to. Okay. You know, and let's go. Resist. UK transparency. Good. So I actually think that there is a possibility somewhere down the line we will be told what we can eat, when we can sleep, wake up, what how many people um, can live in their property, including children, and of course, not being able to get married until the 29th of February. Let's go. Cheers, mate. Thank you. That's where you're off. Um, yeah, it could end up that way. So,
Just on top.
yeah, so I'm just sorting the food out. Give me 2 seconds. Right, sorry about that, guys. Trouble when you get food delivered at the same time as you go live. Anyway, yeah, can you imagine a situation where you can't have any relationship of any sort until you're married, and you can't get married until the government says you can, and that's only on the 29th, well, February. In other words, once every 4 years. All right. Oh, by the way, they'll also tell you how many children you can have, and if you end up with if you're pregnant at all, ladies, you won't be able to have an, an abortion because that would cost you, if found out, 21 years in jail, and to make sure that only the parents bring up the children or the child, because there's no fostering and there's no adoption. It is equal responsibility of the mother and the father, the biological father, to provide for that child and to make sure that everything that needs to be done is looked after. So all childcare is done by the parents, not by grandparents, not by anybody else. Failures to do so, both parents, 21 years in prison. Talk about, potential, you know. What's that you say? UK transparency. They start telling me I can't eat meat. I'm going vegan hunting. Closest we can get to organic, love it. Hi, Mugs down there. Julian, good to see you. Well, as nobody else is able to join us at the moment, what I'm going to do is if you head over to get there in a second. The network, Grim Reaper Network. Okay, the link will be on there shortly. So please head up if you so wish. That's where it is. And by all means, obviously, for the time being, we've got to ensure that there is security. But personally, I don't think that it's ever going to get to that. I mean, are they? Yeah. Yeah, Mama Bear, free child policy in China, whereby a couple can have three children, is a family planning policy in the People's Republic of China. Hmm. They can say whatever they want, but let's face it, it's not long before we're all looked after. One government, world government. Yeah. Or alternatively, every government has the same policies. But this came about because of a conversation around um, women's rights and abortion. And that conversation got rather heated. And I wasn't sure whether or not we would have the same sort of topic here or the same reaction. Obviously, the people who were on that panel are busy and not able to come over here, which But if no one's able to jump up shortly, just by the bell. Hello there.
Yeah, what's going on, man? We good?
Give me 2 seconds while I just check your
Oh, we good? Are we all good? Are we good in the hood or what? I was going to say hello to the chat then. Stevie boy, good to see you, man. Let's go, let's go. Fab Daddy. Gillian, good to see you. Mama Bear, love as always. Vanda, big up yourself, girl. Hope you're well. Much love. Have I missed anyone? Vlogging with the Beachcomber.
I'm gonna have to.
Good evening, all. Good evening, all. Good evening, all. Anyone I missed? UK Transparency, Muckster. You know how it is. Big up yourselves, man. Is everyone good? Yeah, what are you saying, Grim? You good? Oh, he's on mute still. He's on mute. Fashionably late again, bet. I know. I know. I know. And to be honest, I kind of forgot about it. Well, I hadn't forgot, but I had, if that makes sense. That don't even make sense. Listen, the day I make sense will be the day, right? Hey, Jim Star, man. Big up yourself, man. I hope you and Stokesy are well. Stokesy even doing her lives anymore, Jim Star? I need to have a look at that. I'm still sub to Stokesy, so have a look, man.
I'm still having audio problems.
Oh yeah, 2 minutes ago.
To talk to.
2 minutes ago. And it says I was not. Let me unsub and sub again, because it's sometimes that helps. Unsubscribe, subscribe, unsubscribe, subscribe. Yes, Kayak man, good to see you. Oh no, way back to work. She works hard though, man. She works hard, so big up. Hey, Moxter, what's going on, man? Didn't even see you there. Shit, how did you creep in?
I just slipped by.
Shit, man, you scared me. Scared the life out of me. Barbara, what's going on?
I think I only have about 20, 30 minutes, but I thought I'd come up.
If I can get it on, I've got a great auditors video I'd like to put on for you. Lasts about 2 minutes, and I reckon this is all about Reggie Photo. Right. Not a clue what you're on about, buddy, but yeah. Big up Reggie Photo. What have you been up to, Muckster? You all good?
Yep. Nothing much exciting.
No, I can't say I have, actually, to be fair. Grim's just kind of wandered off. He's good at that. In fact, actually, Grim, that's a good point. I've just noticed it really didn't take long for me to enter the panel until you'd done a Scarpa.
Well, hopefully he's off while working on his microphone.
Yeah. Get on Amazon and order a new one, Grim. Stop being tight-fisted and buying off Temu. UK Transparency. Gone to empty his piss bag. Oh, shit. That's naughty. Well, you said that, not me. I just read it out. I'm just the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger, Grim. No, he's not having none of it. It's not going to trigger him. You got nice weather there, Muckster?
Oh yeah, it's nice and windy and wet and cold. Well, actually,
Mm.
I don't think it's. Hey Siri, what's the temperature?
It's currently 67 degrees.
67, which isn't too bad, but it's so cold and windy, it makes it feel a lot colder.
Mm-hmm. I swear, like today's the first nice like day I can actually call like a real nice day. In ages, last Christ, as long as I can remember. Feels that way anyway. But yes, apparently we're going to have a little mini heat wave this weekend, so we will see.
Mm.
I hope we do. Everyone needs some vitamin D, man. In fact, I suggest to a lot of these people on YouTube, man, open your fucking door, open your curtains, open your blinds. Right, go for a walk, let the fresh air in, like fucking hell, do something else other than sit on fucking YouTube 24/7. I mean,
Actually, I opened my door this morning. It's been open all day, even though it's a little cool. I figured get some fresh air going through here.
right, we all need fresh air, man, in our valley. Well, I don't know if you can call it fresh air, but it's some form of air. Depends who you believe. Please, Bear, please don't sort your mankini out again. What's wrong with my mankini, man? What's wrong with it? I know what it is. You're jealous that my mankini looks better on me than it would you, right? Just a guess.
And you know, Grimm's being quiet, so I don't know why nobody else is coming up.
I know, right? Look, UK, come on, mate. Come join the panel. Don't be shy. Give it a try. And Barbara, smash the like button. And I always say, you know, if you're going to tell people to smash the like button, also just remind them that there is always the option to dislike it too. You know? Oh, we ain't biased around here. You want to hit that dislike button? Go right ahead. Go right ahead.
I hit both your likes.
I appreciate it. I appreciate people just coming in, man. Good people, you know. Not about the numbers here. We don't care about the numbers, who comes in and how many we can get in. With good people. I mean, so how you got in here, Muckster? I ain't got a clue.
Stuff.
I'm
Obviously,
joking.
obviously desperate.
Obviously, right? Oh, God, Mitch, what's going on, mate? My pal, my buddy old chum. Shit. Hey, everyone over here. Hope all is well. Of course they're well. They're fucking here listening to me drone on. Of course they're well. What a stupid question. I mean, so, what's new in America? I ask you this every time, but is there anything interesting going on? That we should know about?
I think somebody said there might be an election coming up this year. I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah, that thing. I'm sick of hearing about it now. When's Donald Trump going to face these indictments he's apparently got out against him? That's what I want to know.
His lawyers are really good at coming up with ways to delay it. Their big plan is they're hoping he gets reelected, so then nobody will want to take him to court after he's president again. And with any luck, he'll just die and save us all the trouble.
Savage. Savage. You're not a fan then? No? You're not like
Nope.
Mitchell? You're not a Mitchell?
Nope. I didn't like him before he ran, and he did nothing to make me change my mind.
You don't have to say. Some people find it a personal question, but do you vote?
Yeah.
You do?
And
You would have voted in Biden. How's that gone for you?
that's somebody asked me a week or so ago. They said, "You voting for Biden?" I said, "I'm voting against Trump."
That's the thing, right? When you speak to a lot of people, even those that vote, and a lot of the time they're voting for the less of two evils. Like that's
Yeah.
quite a shame, really, isn't it? They're not even really voting for someone they want to truly vote for, but hopefully in order to stop the opposing side from getting in.
I think
it-
the main
so-
thing that went wrong is Biden picked a lousy vice president, and they know she could
Kamala
never
Harris.
get elected. Because I think Biden might really have been planning on just doing one term. It's like one thing he just wanted to like add that to his resume, be a former president. But they know there's no way Harris could win because she just doesn't inspire anybody. And if he'd have picked somebody else as a vice president, they'd have got out there and got visible and stuff.
I
Might have been a different. But
Not a fan of Kamala Harris. She talks a lot of shit. I mean, I know they all do, but she actually really
Yeah.
does talk a lot of shit. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of that. Not that it matters. It's not like I'm American, like what might say it matter, but actually, I feel like actually it does because a lot of things that decisions that happen over there somehow have some kind of effect on us.
yeah,
So and that's why I like to stay tuned in to what's going on over there.
I'm actually
Biden's
kind of
still on me.
I'm kind of burned out on politics anymore. Though I've been like following it and involved in it all my life. In these last couple of years, I've just got to be like tired of hearing about it.
Yeah, I get it. Bungalow
But-
Bill. What? Better listening to you than watching Muck dress as transgender dolls again, BB. I mean, if that's what he likes to do, he can do that.
I prefer unisex rather than transgender because most of them don't have any real genitals. So I figure however I dress them fits.
This is why I can't, man. I think on that basis, yeah. Like, and I'm not saying that they'll get everything right, if anything right at all. But all I have known in my lifetime, right? I'm in like my mid-30s, so in my lifetime, I've only ever known it either Labour or Conservative. That's it. And that's all a lot of us actually know, right? Actually, in fact, every one of us in this country, that's all we know. Labour or Conservative.
When is the
Now,
last time any other party was actually prime minister?
well, the Lib Dems once had a coalition government with the Conservatives because of the votes being so close. Do you know what I mean? But
Yeah, but the conservative was the prime minister, right?
yeah. So, yeah, no one's known anything different. Now, no one's clearly going to stand up and have this big revolution. So I think the only other way is, considering so many people seem to vote for the less of the two evils, well, why can't we make that more than less of the two and like go for something completely different, man? Everybody just put your vote on something completely different, i.e. like Reform UK.
I used to vote, third party a lot, mostly as like a protest vote. But I don't know. This year, I want every possible non-Trump vote out there.
Right, and that's like me. I don't want a Rishi Sunak vote, and I don't want a Keir Starmer vote. So therefore, we've got to fucking go and give it to someone else, because to say, "Oh, I'm just not going to vote." Now, if everyone just didn't vote, then they would take that as like they'll do as they please anyway, regardless. Like, it doesn't mean there's no longer a government because nobody voted, right? So Yeah, that would just never work. So therefore, like, I stick to what I say, man. I reckon everyone should just go for something completely different out the box, man.
We
Turn on
haven't
Banda.
in modern times we haven't had a third party get even close.
Vote all the small parties, get them out. Yeah, I'm going to vote Monster Raving Loony Party. I've heard of that, man. What a crazy name for a party. They surely don't get any votes with a name like that. I mean, to be fair, that is the type of thing I would go, oh, that's cool. Let's give them a vote. but any sane person just wouldn't do that. They're not going to vote for someone with a name like that.
Now,
I
do your
don't know.
parties do they really mean anything? Because like really, as far as like with us, with the Republicans and Democrats, it used to be they were formed because they had certain basic ideas, that like going back to the Civil War and stuff like that. You knew where they stood on most things, but now for us the parties, they don't necessarily you don't necessarily know what the guy believes.
What's up, Leo?
What's it like over there?
The
Like,
same.
do you still count on a conservative believing
No,
certain
the
things?
same. They're one of the same. They're
Yeah.
or two of the same thing, man. Really, there's not much difference between them these days. Much stuff. They'll make out that there's a few little differences. Now, this is just my belief. I personally believe that is only done because they have to make you believe that there are two options, right?
Yeah.
I don't even believe in all this democracy shit, to be honest, where we live in a democracy. I mean, I don't know. Do you think that your election was rigged in any way? Do you reckon Trump's got any substance to that?
No.
You don't?
No.
So you don't think that any of these elections are ever rigged? They're true to their word?
Let me tell you why. Since I live in a state where they claim it was rigged.
Right, okay.
I have to figure how I mean, say what you want about them, but I don't think the people running things in the Democrat Party would be stupid enough to rig the election for president, but then let all the Republican congressmen win. I mean, if you're going to elect the president, why not elect some congressmen also?
I mean, I guess a fair argument to a degree. Well, I'll go back then. Do you not think do you believe that the votes are true to their word? You think
I
that
think most.
people vote, they're all tallied up, and the right numbers are put out to us all?
I think for the most part. I mean, I
See,
think there's mistakes, and there may be people doing some shady stuff here and there, but I don't think as a general rule.
I'm sorry, mate. I was just about to say, give us a wave or so, and so I know it's not AI. Then I just got the finger. It's like, yeah, that's definitely it.
Good evening.
Evening.
How's it going?
All good?
Yeah, I think they're pre-selected. I think they're pre-selected. I believe that they knew that Biden was going to get in, and I think they knew that in 4 years' time, the place would be seen as that much of a shit show that they'll cause an even bigger shit show by putting Donald Trump back in. It was predicted by many, and it's happened.
I look at it as the people that we know, well, are told as our leaders, are the scapegoats. Just think about it, if it was one system, one group of people what's leading the country, and they fucked up, the people are going to want to know from them directly, you know what I mean? At the moment, they can turn around. Well, it was Trump, it was Biden, it was Sunak, it was Johnson. You know what I mean?
Well, listen. The reason I don't think that Or I did. Now I don't want to go as far as saying the Illuminati because you're just going to lose people and think, oh, conspiracy, right? So I don't want to go down that avenue as such. But I do believe that the president of the United States, the prime minister of the UK, they're just like
Puppets.
they're like show boys. They're just there for show. They're just there for show, and I genuinely believe that. And I believe that there's somebody else or a group of individuals behind the scenes that actually are determining what goes on and the decisions that are made. I genuinely believe that. And one of the reasons I do is I once watched a good documentary. It's one of my favorites. It's called Unacknowledged. And a lot of it's about UFOs and etc. and people speaking out about sightings. And it wasn't no hillbillies. It was credible people. Some people have been assassinated over the years for such a thing. Talks about things like energy, free energy, etc. etc. Anyway, going back to the alien thing. People like Bill Clinton was one of them. So I'm just going to use Bill Clinton. When Bill Clinton got into office, and he was the president, one of the first things that he asked for was all of the fucking documents on Area 51, right? And he was refused those documents. How, if there isn't somebody behind the scenes, can the president of the United States be denied such classified documents? How's that a thing? If there's not someone behind the scenes making those decisions?
Because
And there was a few examples of that with other things as well. And it was put that like when someone sits, what is it over there? 4 years, Muck. They get 4 years in office, right?
Yeah. Yep.
After that how many times can they do that 4 years?
Twice.
Twice. After that, they can never go back, I take it, right?
Right.
Okay. So therefore, it's not really a full-time job. It's like a temporary thing. It's like you're in there to fill a gap, and then eventually someone else is going to move on. And so, I mean, I don't know. I just personally think it's pre-selected, and that the people that we think are running the country, or the person that's running the country, isn't really running the country as we're led to believe they are. Now, if that's a bit conspiracy, then maybe.
And like I says, if there was one set leaders, let's say, and they messed up, and and the people knew that there was no way of changing it. That leader is a leader, regardless of what they do. There's less chance of keeping the people calm. If the people think that that person's messed up, we can vouch him out next time. It's going to keep the people calmer.
Right.
Did you hear my answer?
It's an illusion, man. We live in a democracy. I'm going to go back to what I said before. Don't believe it. Or if it is a so-called democracy, not quite as we're sold it as. Don't believe it is. And so, hey, Grim, good to have you back.
Yeah, sorry about that. My sound literally disappeared. I've got it back, and I was asking you, did you hear my answer earlier regarding why a person would?
No, we didn't. No.
Because, that could be because I spoke while you were talking, which I apologize for. A previous president may have declared that they had to be sealed and nobody ever was to see it. And it would be, no one could override that, because a presidential order can be done on that.
Right, okay.
Sort of thing. There's a possibility, I'm not saying that happened, but there is a possibility that could have happened, which is the reason why, when it was requested, it was denied. Because there are groups within groups, shall we say, of the government that don't exist. There's no traces of them.
Good.
Also, Sorry,
Right.
I'm thinking about Warehouse 13. Sorry, wrong show.
Anyway, Grim, how much of your topic do you want to discuss?
As much as people want. I started off with it, but then I got waylaid with a food delivery and then no sound. So I wasn't. I got into it sort of, but I couldn't start it properly. But everything you're talking about sort of leads into it in a way.
Well, yeah, kind of does,
Yeah.
right?
Because let's imagine, for those of you who didn't see the video, world governments no longer exist. They've been decommissioned. There is now one world government. That is it. They have decreed that you are told what you can eat, told when you can sleep, when you wake, told how many children you can have. If a woman even has a miscarriage, never mind an abortion, they get 21 years. If parents, both parents, mother and biological father, do not look after the child and do not provide all childcare, then it's 21 years each.
Are you talking 21 years incarcerated?
Yes. Murder, theft, and things like that is instant death. So they've got plenty of room to put people for 21 years.
You really believe they would revert back to the Stone Age?
Well, that was the way the conversation was going the other day when we were talking about it. So I thought, right, okay, let's take part of that and let's add a little bit to it. I mean, this is in the distant future.
Yeah, no,
Right.
yeah.
But, you know, let's say that actually happened. We've currently got a hot topic in America on a woman's, or well, basically on the right to have an abortion. It was taken out of federal hands and given to the 50 states to decide whether they allowed abortion or they didn't. They overturned a ruling which has stood for many years that was made by a previous Supreme Court, but only as the Supreme Court can override something. That's basically what happened. So we're talking about, is there any point in voting? There isn't, because the government still gets in. But ultimately, you know, all conspiracies aside a second, I agree to somewhat to what Bear was saying. Is there someone pulling strings? Well, let's just remove those people, then puppets out the way, and let's put in just the one government or the dictatorship or whatever you want to call it.
Right.
Right. There's 80 billion people in the world, is it? Yeah, something like that, or 80 million, not too sure which. One or the other. It's a way of controlling.
Is it 80 or 8?
Sorry?
Is it 80 or 8? 80 billion sounds like a lot. I'm not saying you're
No,
wrong.
8. It's either
Okay.
8. I'm sure it's 8 billion people.
Well,
Okay,
on
I
the
thought you said
planet.
80. Yeah.
8
Anyway,
billion on
keep
the
going.
planet.
Keep going.
Yeah, so my theory is, you know, in this potential world, right, take away middle management, take away governments, have one government, get rid of, maybe have an ambassador or embassy, whatever you want to call it, who feeds down the information from above, but it's all open, it's transparent. You know what you can't do, you know what you can do. Why? Because you're told what you can do, what you can't do, and these are the penalties. So the simplest of you know, breaking the law, even if you're hungry, etc., right? Or something like that could land yourself with no life because there's only one answer. You're guilty. Bit like Judge Dredd, if you like, on the spot, judge, jury, and executioner. And you may think it's very far-fetched, but I don't know. How far away are we from it? How many generations from now? That's all I'm thinking. Because they've already taken away the right of abortion in the USA. They like playing about with it over here. Whether you're for or against abortion, we are all equal. Therefore, the final decision must be down to the woman, because the woman is actually carrying the child. And if you're outlawing abortion, you might as well outlaw the morning after pill, because some people would say technically life is formed when two cells join together, which biological life is, but not life as we know it. So, as I say, I just thought, give a couple of parameters and let's discuss around it and see what people think.
I think history shows that banning
this is
anything
in the
doesn't work.
future. We're not going back, because you never had one world government. It might look like it, but we haven't. I'm just saying, is it worth fighting it now, or is it like too late? Because that's what could happen. Take away one right, with one group of people, then you start taking away other people's rights, and before you know it, they take away the Constitution in America because the world government says, no, you can't be different from anybody else. You're all going to be treated exactly the same as little peasants and ants.
I don't think it would happen, but I don't think it's impossible. And like when you say about one world government, more and more technology advances, the more possible it is to do it.
Right, but hang on a minute. No one can agree on fuck all. So how's that going to work?
Well, how about if an AI...
There's too many egos in government. How's that going to work?
What happens if an AI decides they're going to be in charge?
And what's an
Or
AI?
whoever owns the AI?
Well, but now look at it this way. A few centuries ago, somebody couldn't have imagined that a land as large as America could be under one government, right?
True.
So, it's all a matter of perception, I guess. I don't know. It's like I say, I don't think it would happen, but I could see the possible paths.
I don't think I agree with what you're saying. Yeah, I'm just putting it out there as a possibility to try and generate a little bit of discussion.
I mean, listen. Some things are showing already that that's kind of the direction that they're trying to go in.
Well, imagine this as a couple of first steps. The European Union becoming one government, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how hard is it to imagine that something could happen that, like, the United States and Canada would join? As much as we joke about Canada, we're not that far apart. And so right then you'd have two big blocks of the world, and it would just progress from there.
And
I don't know.
Great Britain right in the middle, closest to Europe. We might get told you've got to go back in, but yeah.
Then you'd maybe have like an Asian bloc. You figure, like, over time, you could imagine it becoming like 5 different blocks, and then from there they'd be fighting it out for control.
Well, Great Britain had an empire many, many years ago. Everywhere was controlled from London, from one central place. They had jurisdiction over all of the lands. And then
That's
as we
before-
gave them up, when they
That's
gave
before
them
you
up,
had satellites and all of that, you know, for communications, and you didn't have, you know, nuclear weapons.
no, it was done by ship.
What would happen to religion then?
What religion?
What, you're trying to say they'd just get rid of religion altogether?
They can say you're all going to be Jewish. You're all going to be Muslim.
How come
Because
that's
all
never
the
gonna work?
arguments, it's easier just to cut it out.
That's never going to work. You've seen how many crusades there's been in history.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm not saying it would. This is going to happen. It's just an idea, and I just thought, well, everyone's talking about a group of people, or when I say everybody, those people who are open to different ideas, shall we say, see governments as being controlled by the bankers, and the banks are controlled by about 5 families, and that's about it. So it's not far off that.
What
At
if
the
it was
moment?
religion? What if it was religion that caused it?
It could be.
You know, one guy convinces millions of people that he's the second coming, and
But as I say, the way I looked at it was the stripping back of rights. I'm not talking about privileges, I'm talking about rights. And to me, women have always had control of their own bodies. And if you take away the legality of being able to have an abortion, if you so choose, right, they're going to end up on, women are going to end up on kitchen tables, and when they get severely cut internally, they will get dumped half a mile away from where they were, and told to keep the gob shut if they survive, or you won't survive. And it'll be run by gangs, it'll be run by mafias, etc. So
I'm ready. I've always, I've already kitted me mobility scooter out like a Mad Max car.
right, it'll go at 12 miles an hour if you're lucky.
I'll still beat Bob Bear on his bike.
Yeah.
Racism. Beep, beep.
Yes.
you know, on the whole one world thing too. You know, you take those goddamn Brits as an example, like you were saying, how much of the world they controlled back then when it was just all by ships, and it took months to, you know, communicate and that. Yeah, that's not that
that's
far
true.
out of the realm of possibility.
That's true. That's true. We should still be ruling the
How
world.
many people across the chats who are still watching, still making interest in this? How many people would actually think that it would be okay to have one world government, to be told
there were
what you
definitely-
can do, what you can't do, and you're not allowed individual freedom? You'll be told what you can think, what you can't think.
What you think? You think countries like North Korea, China, Russia, you think they're just going to give up their land to turn around and say, yeah, we're just one world government now?
But they could control it. I'm not saying who's controlling it. I'm just saying that there is a strong possibility that
Yeah,
all these.
I think it's like any other model. I think in a perfect set of circumstances, in a perfect world, then it could possibly work. I mean, like straight away, I think where people's mind would probably go to with a one world government is now war.
I
Because
got
there
to
wouldn't be
take
no-
off.
That's a good question. Would there be no war? That's a good question.
Well, first of all, for that to happen, I think
Well, Buster,
eventually
go on, carry on, mate.
it would topple anyway. but I got to get going. But I just really think that what I was saying before is the way it would come about is that it would come in groups, and it would basically probably be like continent. Like all of Asia would become one. You'd have Europe. Eventually, Europe and Asia would be fighting for control, and then they'd say, But anyway, I do have to go.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
this was interesting. I wish I could stay longer, but mostly I just wanted to come and say hello anyway.
Most always
No
appreciate
worries,
you, bro.
Appreciate you dropping in.
Take care, Mux.
Cheers now. Take care.
No, I couldn't find the door for a second.
Oh, it's on the way out.
Don't hit your fucking head on the way out, mate.
GY
And yeah,
Trucker,
I mean,
how you
like,
doing?
technically, it should eliminate war. Because if there's only one government, then they're not going to argue with itself, are they?
Well, you wouldn't think so. But at the same time, why would they want to give up the most profitable fucking business on the planet?
Well, there's
War.
much to the three. I'm alluding to as well.
Or
If
you can all
think
have
about-
chips in your brain. How about having a chip in your brain?
Well, look, that's already on its way.
Or up your ass. Plug it up your ass, wherever you
Oh, no.
I don't know where they're going to insert it. Apparently your brain, but some people's brains are in their ass, so.
I could put mine in my ass, so every time I want to fucking scan it, I can say, scan my fucking ass.
Your brain is still being your little toe.
Scanner. Scan me, motherfucker.
Can you imagine going through Tesco's checkout and it's going beep? And then you go to
No, can you actually imagine that being the case?
Sets it up.
Oh, fucking shit, that sounds. Yeah, you got. Excuse me, I'm gonna have to scan your head. We're all gonna go and fucking tattoo barcodes on all of us. You know what I mean?
Well, it would also. I mean, there's good things about it because it would eliminate shoplifting. Because as you walk in, you get your account automatically gets charged for the stuff that you take out just by looking at it. It registers, so just be careful what you do look at, otherwise you could.
Oh yeah, that works. It works out well at the moment on self-scan checkouts, doesn't it?
More or less, yeah. You walk around with a barcode scanner, and then you just go and put it in a machine. Tells you how much it all comes to. Thank you very much. I mean, at the moment, there's a war amongst all shops. I say war, competition war. Have you noticed that since the regulations changed, shops are now inclined to offer discounts to people who have their reward scheme?
Yeah.
Tesco's does it. I think Asda does it. Morrison's definitely does it. I don't think that's right. I don't think it's right. I don't think it's fair. I think it's fair to those who hand over all their details to a store, I suppose. But someone who doesn't have a store card ends up paying more than somebody else for exactly the same thing. But I suppose you could say that about holidays as well. That's why websites like lastminute.com exist.
Yeah, I think what a lot of it is to try and retain customer. The chances are, if you building up points for discount things like that, you're less likely to go to other supermarkets to get anything, are you?
Yeah.
You're going to keep spending in that supermarket.
Well, I mean, that was the original discount scheme was Green Shield stamps in the UK.
Bomb. I don't know what bomb's meant to mean, but bomb. Hopefully not the explosive type. Okay.
There's no B on the end, it's fine.
Take cover!
They
Take
can't
cover!
spell. There, you can't spell. Honestly, there's a
They
B on
can
the end.
spell bomb however they want to spell bomb. Or it might be bum, but instead of bomb, they put bomb. Because they could be American, and Americans seem to swap O's for U's. It's weird.
No, they add. They just don't put U's in.
Alright. But they definitely put O's in.
Oh yeah, yeah. Depending on what they're spelling.
Wait, I'll fucking have a go at pronouncing that name.
You got more chance of me being able to platfog.
I reckon the first bit, so I'm going to go with Soeli. Soeli, Simonato, Niadini. Try saying that in one fucking swoop.
I can't say it. It's 420.
Soeli, Simonato, Niadini. Yeah, motherfucker.
Sounds like some of the priest says when I'm doing an exorcism.
Apparently, according to Steve, it's Japanese? Question mark.
Japanese? Did I just speak Japanese?
Or
Yeah, man, I can speak Japanese now.
or Thai?
Soeli, Simonato, Niodini. No, that's not Japanese. Niodini sounds more Italian. Simonato. I'm going to go with Italian.
It's fine. I don't care what you go by.
Well, when I say I go no, they're Italian. I don't go by Italian. I don't know Italian. The only Italian I know is fucking spaghetti bolognese.
Lasagna?
Lasagna. Pizza? Is pizza Italiano? Italiano pizza? Italiano.
Allegedly, but most of them pre-made are made in Holland. It's a flat.
There's nothing better really than an American style pizza.
An American style.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think we have a clue how to make an American style pizza, but
The Americans do. We've fucking seen them. They're huge.
yes, and they also make them fresh.
We apparently eat some weird stuff, according to the Americans. Like they can't grasp the concept of something like beans on toast.
No, they can't. Yeah, especially with when we turn around and say the best beans are Heinz. They don't get it. They don't get it. It's in the tomato sauce. It's not in the bean.
Bomb means good in Italian. Yeah, I reckon he's Italian then.
Mm. Well, hello to you as well. I think it's easy just.
Good
to
day.
say,
Good day to you, sir. Good day.
there, stop trying to speak proper King's English, please. It doesn't become you.
I always speak the Queen's English. Thank you.
The Queen's English. No wonder you
Oh, well, what are we calling it? What, we've got to call it the King's English now.
Yes, that's why I said the King's English. Or, well, you can't really say it's a mixture of male and female because we're not sure. I know we're getting bad with trans stuff, but that's taking a bit too far.
Oh, I want to say too, I've got an interesting video coming up this week. Well, I'm going to go check one out anyway. Interesting. Inspector Cluedo is on his fucking investigations. Gonna be like Sherlock Holmes, actually. Fuck Inspector Cluedo.
Okay.
Sherlock Holmes is on a mission. Sherlock Holmes is on a mission.
Inspector Clouseau.
What?
Be more a case of Inspector Clouseau.
Say what?
Investigated. What are you after? The Pink Panther?
He's more like Jessica Fletcher.
You're of an age. Either that, you watch the reruns. Hello, Slip. How you doing? Oh, you got the notification? Because it was a little bit confusing. There was a notification sent out for 7 o'clock. Then it got changed to 8 o'clock. Then we went live just after 7 o'clock. And it was great because I was just talking to people who were in the chat and having a, conversation. Then when Bear came up, I couldn't hear anything. And it wasn't until I realised that there was an issue at my end somewhere. I just thought that Bear was being funny and somehow managed to hack into the computer. Bugged up all the settings. He did. It was that sconce below me. Anyway, I shouldn't be there. There you go. Do you know if anybody else is planning on joining us this evening?
There we go, Claire.
Not heard anything on the grapevine. Bear's gone to sleep.
He's been on the
I
wall.
haven't gone to sleep. Hey, what's up? She'll slip your punches. Big up yourself.
He's
No,
been on the
Mr.
wall. He went for a fridge run.
No, the missus just got in from work.
He's been told off. Well, I know that Bear has to be up early in the morning, and I just wondered, how's it working out these days, getting up so early?
I love it, mate. I fucking love it. I love getting up early. I love being out the door by fucking 6 o'clock in the morning, smelling that nice fresh air. Fucking love it.
Why have you moved from Warsaw?
I was going to say, on the countryside. And he's right outside the cow shed.
No, honestly, I fucking love it. Can't, honestly. Feel like a new man in the space of a fucking week, man. Couple of weeks, you know what I mean? New man. New man. It's why I say, and not to anyone in here, so I don't think it's directed at YouTube viewers, but this is why I say, there's a lot of fucking people on this YouTube, Grim, right? That could do with opening their door, opening their blinds and their curtains, opening a window, maybe go for a walk, and realize there is more to life than this shit. You know what I mean? Rather than be all invested in it, starting lives up at 7 in the morning, still going at fucking 7 at night. And listen, that's fine. Nothing wrong with those kind of lives. We all know TPP's 24/7. But I mean, when you dedicating them to slagging someone off, who invests 12 hours of their day into someone they don't like? Who the fuck does that?
People who don't have a life.
Do you go sit down, watch telly, put something on, and you absolutely can't stand what you're sat watching it, but you're like, yeah, I can't stand this, but you know what? I'm going to sit and watch it for 12 hours. Yeah, all right.
That sounds like
That's normal behaviour.
Well, I can't really say much because I'm usually floating around on different animals at different times.
That's fine, man. That's fine. So do I, but...
No, hear me out. But I don't sit there for 12 hours on the same studying one. You know,
It's the topics as well, Grim. I'm talking. I can pull you up fucking things that were going on 3 years ago that to this day are still being thrown around as weapons and like you know a way of having cheap shots at people. That's crazy, man.
and there's people who have made mistakes and atone for them afterwards. You know, they've done something stupid during their life. You know, or
Boy, you know the score. Nice up early, nice hot drink. I don't like coffee, so it's tea for me. Out that fucking door, man.
well, I don't get outside. I don't get out as often as I should, but I'm usually awake from 3 in the morning onwards, which is one of the reasons why I decided to do.
Yeah, but Grim, you have a life, bro. You have a life.
Well, yeah, I do actually, because I don't just stay on panels. I'm working on other crap for the network. I say crap, it's not. It's just trying to find. Do you know when you want to offer something to people, and you know it costs a fortune?
Right, I do. Hey, Stokesy, big up yourself, man. I know
Hello,
you're
Stoke.
Stokesy, I think, is at work. Stokesy works fucking hard. In fact,
time,
big up
then.
the carers as well. Big up the carers, man. Big up all the carers.
Especially the unsung heroes, which are the people who don't get paid.
No, carers, man, are underrated, aren't they? Let's be honest. There's a topic for you. Do you think carers are? Let's start with: do you think they're a valuable service? Carers, I would say so, right?
Are you talking about a paid service, or are you talking about a service, for argument's sake?
I'm on about any, whether you're working in a care home or you're somebody that goes out to call outs to care for somebody. That job in itself is a valuable job, right? Would you agree?
If you're employed, yes.
Right. So would you say, with it being a valuable job, would you say that the carers get the recognition they deserve for that job?
No.
Definitely don't, right? And I mean, that shows in the well, I'm not saying everybody, but I mean, they can pay anything as low as obviously national minimum wage in a job like that, and it's wrong.
They usually work for either a private organisation
What's up, Andy?
or they're employed by an agency that works for the NHS or you with me, or the local council. Everything these days, so much of it is being passed out, and private industry's taken over yet again.
And the carers, and the full-time carers as well, the people that might do it for relatives or a friend,
yes.
or big up to those people as well, because they're just as valuable. What you do for your loved ones or whatever, that's just as valuable as someone who goes out and does it for a job.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Well, here's somebody. I'll give you an example. Somebody needs to give up work, full-time work, to stay at home and look after somebody, right? On a normal day, every day, right? They give that up. They get what's called carers allowance, which is roughly £88 a week. So a month is what, 300 odd quid? 330 something or other, maybe 300.
It's not a lot, is it? Yeah, that's fucking peanuts, man.
It's not a lot, especially when you're used to taking home anywhere between, say, £1,200 to £1,700 a month.
Ronnie News Network, what's up, man?
All right, Ronnie. Yeah, I think that they're totally devalued as people because they're not being given by the state.
Sorry, Grim, I just want to read these 2 comments. I don't want to cut you short, but they'll go and I'll forget to read them out. One is Susan, who says, evening, my mum and dad pay privately for 1 hour, 15 minutes a day, morning and evening visit for mum. The carers are all amazing. The company is a pile of dog shit. You find that a lot, right? It's not the actual people that work for these companies, but the company itself that fucking seem to be shy a lot of the time. And also Stokesy says, when the national living wage went up, we got a pay rise of 2p. Now, I mean, could that be any more of a slap in the face? You know?
When the national living wage went up, was that 2p an hour or 2p a week?
Oh, yeah, Cartman saying £71 a week.
Right, so it's lower than I thought. I don't know why I thought it was £88. But then there's the argument, oh well, the person you're giving care to will be able to get independence living allowance or whatever it's called these days.
Yeah, but don't
No.
forget when you're caring for a relative or like friend or relative, and if you're claiming carers allowance, if that's your full time thing, then that means you'd be on benefits. Yeah. So therefore, they take the carers allowance off your benefits and give you a premium, which I think is about £30 a week. So
Isn't it?
you're only actually getting like about 30 quid a week.
Step AJM, man. Good to see you, bro.
Sorry, say that again.
If you're claiming carers allowance for looking after a relative,
Yeah.
and you're on benefits, then they take that carers allowance off your benefits and then give you a premium of like, I think it's around £30-something a week. So you only actually get £30-something a week for being a carer.
Well, what they do is they move you off one, put you onto carers allowance. That's the way it's supposed to work, but they probably changed it. But the idea behind it is that you aren't hassled the way other people are hassled, and technically you're not unemployed, so you don't fall into a category. So, because you're taken out of that statistic. So,
Look at that.
anyways,
One carer turned up yesterday. She lives about an hour and a half drive away. The company told her she could have hours, but they'd no longer pay her travel time.
yes, well, you can do that.
Hang on, Stokesy says it's slightly different where she works, and that they don't get paid travel time, and instead what they get is they get paid 25 pence per mile.
Yes. Yeah. Towards the cost of the fuel, and guess what? That's taxable. So by the time you've actually had it, you get it in your hand, it's not worth it.
It's insane, man. This is what I always say, man. The system ain't set up for us to win, is it? You know what I mean? It's
But as for the one who travels so far, an hour and a half, that's what, at least 30 miles or 40 miles away. Then I would ask, why weren't they offered to work more local?
yeah. Wow. That Susan says that same carer was going for a job interview to be a cleaner. Such a shame. She's awesome at what she does. Like, as if somebody would think to themselves, you know what, I'm going to go and find myself a cleaning job when potentially they have great credentials and stuff to be something like, you know, a carer. Like, you know, shouldn't a carer with the credentials to be a carer be cleaning? I mean, I don't think so. That's a waste. It's a waste of valuable fucking resources, man. You know what I mean?
Yep.
To me, this is a problem when things like this are handed over to private companies, like such as care and healthcare and things like that. Is a private company's focus is never going to be on patient care. It's always going to be on profit.
Yeah.
Susan, 1 hour 15 minutes a day costs parents a grand a month. Which the carer's got that much. It's because it's going through a private entity, one way or another. And unfortunately, once you get to a certain age or a certain need, nobody gives a damn. First thing they go is, oh, how much money is there left? And how much of that can we take?
Soon they'll all be immigrants anyway that don't speak a word of English, and they're going to be caring for your elderly mother, your elderly grandmother, and they ain't going to speak a word of English, not to be able to communicate properly. It'll probably be the worst experience and fucking time ever. For and why? Why? Because they'll fucking work for far less than the national minimum wage. That's why. Yeah, you think that companies ain't out there fucking paying people far less than the national minimum wage? Oh, you're mistaken, man. There's many out there doing it and getting away with it too. Bullshit.
Yeah, AGM. True word of a carer, you have to clean up the mess and deal with it, or don't become a carer. Not sure what you're getting at there, because every day I clear up mess one way or another. I'm only a carer in my own home. I don't care about anybody else directly. Ah, I see. Sorry, AJ. Now I sort of understand where you're coming from. I care for my 85-year-old father.
Big up, AJ.
You are what I call unsung heroes. You're not recognised. And there is an organisation in the UK called Carers UK. It's a charity. Like all national charities, they have a board, they have somebody in charge. Guess what? They're about as much use as a chocolate pie got in some areas. In other areas, they're really, really good. That's what I'm getting at. Who also has onset of dementia. So, yeah. I hate to say this, but if I ever get to that situation, I know what I would do, because I wouldn't want to be a burden on somebody else. I've already predetermined that. I just hope that I'm physically capable of doing it. Or I could move to Scotland for 12 months. Once that bill goes through. There we go. What's this here? AJ. Don't get me wrong, we still joke and banter. Me and my thoughts, but sometimes he has his moments. Well, this is it. You can say that about everybody.
Another question I've got for those more the older generation.
You mean farts?
Do you think it's wrong, and should that be stopped, that you have to pay tax on your pension twice? Surely when you go to pull out your pension, right, you shouldn't be taxed on that, and that should be your pension, right? You know, I agree.
Pension are you referring to? Are you referring to state pension? Or are you referring to private pension?
State pension.
State pension.
Yeah, they tax you twice on it, right? You're obviously going to get taxed.
You don't get taxed when you're working. Right. So under the new regime, right? Of
Listen, you're paying tax on your insurance when you earn on your insurance. Sorry, on your pension. If you pay a
No,
pension, you're paying into a pension. You're paying tax on that.
you said state pension. You didn't say private pension. So
Would it
if you're
matter?
paying in, does
Would
that
it matter?
include tax? Well, let's put it this way: you work for a company now. You could opt in or opt out of the company pension, which has.
What, you're going to tell me that's a private pension?
Well, it is.
Even when you opt out of it, 2 weeks later they've opted you back into it.
They can't put you back in it unless you.
You're having a laugh.
No. So if you have told them and put it in writing that you want to opt out, they can't put you in. And if they have,
All right. Well, I'm telling you, I know. I've spoke to in the last 2 days. I've spoke to at least 5 people that have all have opted out of a pension, and they've been automatically put back into it.
Is that a work pension?
I don't know. My missus is busy, so I'd have to ask her. She's one of them.
No. The reason being is you've got a work pension where you can put up to 3% of your wages in. That 3% that you put in on a monthly, weekly basis or whatever, right, cannot be, it's not taxed. It's taken out before you pay tax. Oh, have we got somebody new there?
Let's bring them on, shall we?
Yeah.
If you're
What's going on?
you know when your monkey got your cocks fucking starts.
You are. Most people usually start with "Hello, how are you?" So Joe Kidd, hello, pal, how are you?
Hello.
Hello, Joe Kidd, you there?
Run down the fucking sink.
You are.
That's what I do. I ain't bullshit. That's what we all do. We all fucking do that. You know, and if you say they don't, they're fucking lying. If your cock starts twingling and twingling and you can't fucking sleep, you just fucking fire it either in a sock.
What?
Right, Joe Kidd. Are you all right, pal? Are you feeling all right?
Joe, do us a favour. Write something down in the chats.
Oh, well, there's spunkfish for a minute.
Yeah, that's why I think it's AI.
Where are they gone?
They're gone, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, these people, they spend so much time trying to get on the channel, and then when you're actually willing to give them a voice and a platform, they completely fucking waste their opportunity. I don't get it.
Right, well, there you go.
Raw audits, what's the big news?
There's now a one world government, and they're telling you when you can eat, when you can sleep, how many children you can have. If a female has an abortion or they miscarry, they will automatically get 21 years inside. Failure for a child carer, as in either the mother or the father only, if they pass off any responsibilities to a third party, including grandparents, then they will spend 21 years inside. There you go. That's that's the big news of the day. It's totally fictional, but it could happen. That's the topic. Hope that helps. Who's raw audits anyway? Not heard of them before.
Well, AJM just don't make sense, man. You know, these people, these trolls. You ain't got a troll, man. Not really. You just got to come up and be like half normal. I mean, only half. I'm only quarter. So, you know, like.
Who promoted you?
Yeah, and like you'll be treated accordingly, like everybody else. Remember, man, you only get the energy, you only receive the energy that you give out. So if you're receiving some kind of bad energy off somebody, I suggest maybe giving out a better energy. You know, that's what I reckon. that's my philosophy for the day.
AJ's got it right. You come out smiling.
Cutting it,
Especially if
cutting
you're
it short. Cutting it short. Don't be a dick.
Yeah, exactly. Just don't be a dick. Yeah.
Barry now got used to them. Been on a lot of foreign channels recently. I do want to say, if you fancy a good laugh sometime, go over to the People's Podcast, and believe me, just sit there and listen. You don't have to take part, just sit there and listen. It's an education. I thought that was somebody else, and
Oh, Gems, good to see you, man. Sorry.
no, I
Good to
missed
see you, Gems. Raw audits as well. I have seen that video, bro. Good video. Good video. You posted it around the same time I posted mine, and mine's done similar views. Yeah, big up yourself, bro, and carry on the good work. But it was good, man. It was good. Like, imagine, yeah, this copper turns round and tells the copper, this person's just broke the law, yeah, or is breaking the law, currently breaking the law. You know what her reply was?
Well,
What do you want me to do about it? Welcome to British policing in 2024. What do you want me to do about it?
that's what a copper said. Brilliant.
I nearly I was gonna clip that little bit, but it's not my content, man, so I don't want to do it. But I was gonna clip it, man, and literally just that, and then laugh the fuck over it, because that was funny, man. You know, literally, like, you are being told that somebody's committing a crime or broken the law, and your reply is gonna be, "What do you want me to do about it?"
It is an old
I like
line,
that.
but
I
very
like
good.
it.
I think the first time actually, it's been captured on YouTube.
Yeah, it has been a while, Gems, man. It has been a while. It's good to see you, though. Good to see you. Money 420, man. What's going on, bro? Respect.
Hello, how are you? Good to see you. Thanks for dropping over. I can see Mellows is still very busy, which is fine. I was hoping
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing a little bit of some kind of like review type videos, man, as well. It's kind of like watching over a few bits of somebody, doing some narrating over it, obviously to make it fair use, of course, and make it my own. And yeah, I've got a few, man. I've got a few audits I would like to show, and there's some good, there's some bad, and damn, there's some motherfucking ugly going on in that auditing scene right now. So stay tuned, people. Stay tuned. I got some shit for you. Oh yeah. Her answer was wait till Barbie's nails are dry. Oh. Fuck Barbies, man. What are you doing, AJ? Barbie. What's going on around here? And then wearing dresses. Oh shit. How's he heard about that? How's he heard about that? Yeah, men wearing dresses, AJM, I agree. Shit.
My twin, hop up if you want. 420, hop up.
What up, my twin?
But what I'll do is I'll pin it.
I like my twin, man. My twin's a good moderator, you know.
My twin's great. I've always got on with my twin.
Oh, good moderator, man. Always see them posting people's links and posting Big up my twin, man.
Yeah,
We
but
appreciate you.
as I say, I'm referring to my twin in the chat. I'm not referring to a living human being. Think
Weather's
about
meant to be nice this weekend, people. If you're from the UK, meant to be having some kind of mini heat wave. I mean, I'll believe it when I see it, but it'd be nice to think it's true, right?
God damn it! I could have got away this weekend, but I can't now. Damn.
Yep. So on my downtime, if you like, I'm gonna go out and do a bit of filming this weekend. The weather's gonna be
Downtime.
nice. It's gonna be the weather for it, man. So why not?
Yeah. That was
Why
something.
not?
Hey, up! It's my twin in the background, or is it?
Is that the legit my twin?
Well, it's hard to see from here because he doesn't normally put his face on.
Have you brought my twin on before?
A long time ago.
So you wouldn't know what they're authenticated under.
Well, I checked the channel in the chat, and I know they're a moderator. You know, but you know what we do, don't you?
Is that you, my twin, in the background, in the backstage?
Just nod your head a few times. Hello, my twin. You're muted.
He says it is him.
How does he know he's muted?
Big up my twin anyway, man. Big up yourself.
My twin.
He says, Grim, he says he doesn't want up. He just wants to come in the background so he can post on both channels and by chatting out.
See what I mean? Genius. Fucking genius.
There we go.
Well, fucking, actually, I'm not going to big these up anymore, Grim, because we might have to start paying them a fucking wage, bro. You know what I mean? We start fucking piping them up, you know, bigging them up too much, and that they're going to start thinking, oh, you know what? Oh, fucking got some value here. They're going to start throwing numbers around.
Setting up a union.
Right. Fucking hell, there's going to be a union. We're fucked. Shit. Grim, you got anything to say about that?
So what? Sorry.
A union against? Well, not. I mean, I guess it would be against us, right? The mods. They're gonna. The mods are campaigning for a union.
What, for better working conditions and things like that?
I guess that's what a union's usually about, right?
It depends. They can join my union. They can pay me a monthly rate. I think that's a good idea. I could support a union if they're going to pay me. What sorts of better working conditions would they like? Because I like saying no.
Susan says, well, that's an epic idea. That's it, Bear. I resign. Take the spanner. Listen, Susan. You are the tiniest, teeniest, spanner I've ever come across. So don't worry. Even if I took your spanner, you'd still be a spanner. You know? Do you know where I'm going with that? You know what I mean?
Only a small one, though.
Only a teeny weeny one.
Now you're
Like
getting
maybe like, you know, you'd fit it in a Christmas cracker or something. Maybe. You know when you get like those mini little screwdriver sets in a Christmas cracker. Teeny weeny ones.
Right, here we go. Untrackable. He'll work for a Coke.
I'll work for Coke. What kind of Coke, mate? Because that could be really costly.
Liquid.
I'm not friends with Pablo Escobar and his pals.
The handiest spanner is always the tiniest one. There's always an exception to the rule, though, Bear. Remember that.
Call me Pablo. No, I mean, I have fucking no Tony Montana around here.
Oh, 20 ounce, fluid ounce.
20 fluid ounce of breast milk.
Oh, maybe that's what you fancy.
You still breastfeeding, motherfucker?
Do you know what? I've just realised what he's doing. Sitting in the background, spamming everywhere.
Oh, fuck it. That's what I'm going to do, man. I'm just going to pick on the chat. Why not? Who's getting it? Lucky Dick. Oh, Prank Audits. What's up, bro? Oh, we've already just give Susan some shit. Untrackable.
He's guilty.
Well, you know, he's American, so no more really to be said there.
Yeah, this is a joint platform.
UK Transparency, well, he's on the panel, so he might argue back. That's no good. I'm actually, I'm not going to pick on UK Transparency because he's got too many pictures, too many videos.
I have videos.
You're exactly right. So, yeah, I'm going to leave UK Transparency alone. I'm not going to lie. Just chilling. Big up, bro.
What's that you're saying? Four Corners should be getting out in less than a fortnight now. If that happens, it would be great because last I heard he had 20 odd days to do out of the 66 he was given.
Big up Four Corners, man.
When Four Corners comes out, there will be an interview which I'll put up on the website again. If you like, life behind bars, so to speak. Although, if it wasn't for people like my twin, Northwood Press,
woo fucking woo. Sorry.
Yeah, all these people who have been doing and putting out information, getting Four Corner, who's can actually speak to people via the phone link. It's been great. It's helped him out. He's been unjustly imprisoned, and as much as I don't like the other person as an auditor or as an individual, I find the way he was treated and the way that he has been treated by the American justice system. Delete laws. He got given 6 months for nothing.
Delete laws.
Delete laws. Yeah, doing 180 days. He went back to contest it, and it was declined by the same judge.
Technically, Silly did fucking start giving shit in the fucking court, didn't he?
It wasn't for that. That wasn't the reason why he was jailed, although it was made out that was the case. He was up on 2 charges. One of, I think it was assault on a copper, and hindering or interfering with a police officer's duty, as we would put it. And that wasn't the case. And the way that he was treated in court was nothing but contempt. The decision had been made before he even walked in, and all the copper did was, who gave evidence, was carry on doing stupid lies, making up stupid lies about it. Even though the camera that filmed the evidence.
HIM says, can a circle have 4 corners? I'm going to say, yeah, it can.
Yeah, there is one you're not going to it's not going to go on. That's the website. You have to go in there separately, but there's not much point at the moment because everybody's on YouTube. That's why we've not ended it. But I want to start doing some lives over there. Because we can break it up with a bit of music. We can even have Bear Britton, the DJ, do a 5 minutes stint. What? What was that there? He was obviously talking to somebody else. UK, you still here, or are you just being quiet because it's actually so noisy? Bear can't get a word in edgeways.
Yeah, I mean, I just had to take the dog in.
You didn't miss much. We just talked about Four Corner.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, my whole shoulder just went into a spasm then. I can't. I think I'm allergic to going into work. Who's that daredevil?
It's Bear with his goggles and hamburger.
Handbag?
No, Bear with his goggles and a hamburger ball gag.
Right. Do you know what? If you went to McDonald's and you went through the drive-in, no one's hearing him on that electric scooter. I streamed in the car for 35 minutes the other day. We played Spotify. I got 10 plays in half an hour. And video banned in Russia. Yeah, that'll happen.
That's been modified, motherfucker.
What? What else? No, it does not.
What
That
else?
was there. You was.
No, Burger Face. Yeah,
I had the goggles on, but I didn't have the burger.
Allegedly. TBA, every time you disappear, I keep thinking that poor fridge. That poor door.
Hey, Frank Audit. Frank Audit, so I've got a question for you. I mean, probably a stupid question, actually, because it's clearly ain't got a never directive. But you used to be very critical of, and I won't say auditors or auditing, but certainly the way auditing is done. I reckon you should have stuck to that, bro.
Right,
No, I mean, like, don't mean that. That sounds fucking shit. Like I'm saying, don't audit. I don't mean that. I don't mean that. What I mean is, you should have fucking, or maybe you should do that too on your channel. There's a lot of dodgy shit going on with auditors recently, bro. And shit.
That is something that we can do over on the website. We can display other people's audits. And we don't have to worry about copyright.
All right.
If you think about it. Because it's all our own work. And fair use and everything else. Good evening, Anne-Marie. I know you've got a long way to come. But we had a couple of people in from New York earlier and they got here on time. And you're only in Liverpool.
What do you think, Grim? Do you think if somebody does something bad, like say for instance, I go out and I conduct myself in a certain way, right? Does that bring shame on just me, or does that bring shame on everybody that kind of is out doing the auditing thing?
Okay, I'll give you an example of one that I saw. I don't know where it came from because I came in late on. There was a video clip being played of an auditor that was upset with somebody recording them and went for them. Right? Now,
That's one of the ones I've seen. That's one of the ones I've seen, for sure.
Well, I just thought, how hypocritical can you be?
Well, Wow, yeah. Well, I'm
Until you're
wondering,
out
what
and
do you
saying,
think about that? Is that like, does that, like I say, does that just bring shame on that individual, or does it
no,
cast
no, but
a shadow on
no,
all of it?
right. So I think this was somebody who did it over in the States, but I could be wrong. But to me, if someone's just watching auditing for the first time, they're going to use that, and they're going to have this form an opinion that all are the same. And I think that it shames proper through auditors. Yeah, I'm taking out the click reviews that some people who call themselves auditors do. But no, that's not right.
I mean, let's be honest. How daft can you be to go out claiming photography is not a crime, especially in a public place, and then when somebody points a camera at you, you fucking assault them? I mean, it's usually the other way. I mean, do you know what, actually? For all the crazy things I've heard people like attack auditing for and auditors, I've never seen any auditor attack somebody. Me personally, if anybody else can, please speak up and go, oh, I can think of a case, but I can't think of anyone that's just like gone out and assaulted somebody. Maybe defended themselves from an attack, but I've never seen anybody just assault somebody for doing what you're doing.
No.
The only time I ever see that is a security guard, a tyrant, or a tyrant. The only time I ever see anyone doing that is a tyrant.
Yeah.
And I think that anybody that's out picking up a camera and claiming they're an auditor, right, quote unquote, should really not stand for that kind of shit. In my opinion, I'm not telling anyone what to do, there's no dictating, but I'm just saying, like, you know, otherwise, like, we're no better than the police.
Well, there was an
When the
auditor.
police see their colleagues do something wrong, but they kind of let it slide because they're one of them,
Yeah.
that kind of puts you in exactly the same category as the police. Exactly the same category.
Yeah, there's a few years ago, there was a guy from who did an audit in Stockports in Greater Manchester. And someone attacked them. It was a car wash. Now, why did we film in a car wash? I'll never know. Don't understand it, but they were. And they wound the people up. One guy in particular who objected to it. Anyway, because of the amount of winding up they did, there was a group of them. On the side of the public, this one guy decided to take, if you like, the law into his own hands and caused damage to this so-called auditor. And it took 3 or 4 years, I think it was, until the court case. But the guy was actually charged with assault. And I think he lost his job as a result. But it was the auditor that was crying to the police saying they need to be locked up because they assaulted him. You know, if you're going out auditing, be prepared for the occasional idiot. Defend by all means, but what's the point in crying to the coppers when you're trying to make change so the coppers actually do their job properly in the first place?
It's funny. It just seems to me people's morals and principles actually don't seem to be their morals and principles, and more about who it is that goes against their morals or principles, right? So what I mean is, you could take one individual that would be like, oh, I don't like this person because they're out doing this and that, right? And they'd turn around and say, I don't like it because it's against my morals and my principles. But then you'll see them associating and bigging somebody up with who does the exact same thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's so hypocritical, man. How can you even do that? How can you even say then that you're falling on your morals and principles if you've just gone against your own morals and principles? Hey, I'm not the most intelligent person, but that doesn't make sense, Grim. That's fucking dumb, bro. That's dumb.
Yeah. We've got someone backstage. There.
Prank audits will be. Hang on. I think it is them.
You're muted at the moment.
What's up, bro?
Easy now. It is
Yeah, easy now. Definitely know that's him.
What's going on with the YouTube?
What's going on, bro?
I'm just chilling, man. Just kicking back, smoking some 420.
Good luck.
Thought I'd pop in. You're the only one live I can actually type in the chat, so I thought I'd pop in. What's going on?
No, look, man. Just discussing the video that a few of us were tagged in. I see you were tagged in it as well.
Yeah.
Some people have got this idea in their head that it was me that's made the videos. Definitely isn't. I did share it, but it definitely wasn't me.
I don't think it was, man. I think it's someone who's been around the community for a while. I believe we've spoke to him at one point, and yeah, I don't know. I found it weird how I was tagged in it, but then when I messaged them, obviously they replied back, and yeah, I just wanted to make sure they was all right in it. Do you know what I mean?
Caveman, I got attacked. I get attacked a lot. Last time was outside a police department. She was arrested, but the prosecutor didn't file charges or prosecute.
Oh, I said, bro. Sorry, Greg.
No, prosecuted auditor.
I was going to say, Frank, bro. Yeah, listen, you've been quite critical. Like I say, not of auditing necessarily, not auditors, but the way certain audits are done, right?
Yeah.
So I'll ask you the question, because you actually might know better than me, because you've sat there and critiqued them. Have you ever known an auditor fucking attack somebody, especially a member of the public?
Yeah, well, DJ audits didn't he?
Was that an attack, or was he attacked first?
It wasn't attacked first, because you could see it on the other camera angle, couldn't you? Yeah, there was no need for him to push that guy. He did it just to try and build PJ's channel up again, and yeah, there was no need for it, mate. Yeah.
Well, I can't comment on it because I haven't seen it. But this one that I have seen, as I say, I just thought it was disgusting.
Yeah, the one recently that was mad.
Well,
it was really when you're asking somebody to move, and they move. It's not even like they got in your face; they move, and then you carry on. Then to was it a punch or push to the face? Either way, it was a strike to the face.
Yeah, it was a push, wasn't it, to the face? Common section 39 or whatever it is.
Right, and something I've noticed, like, I didn't really want to go there right now. But we're talking about it, so I will. So another thing that I find funny coming from the same person, it's the same person's not long just put a community post up in recent days showing a bail sheet, right? Turning around, funny enough, for Walsall, where I live, right? Yeah. There's a bail sheet where they're not allowed in the borough of Walsall for some assault that they've been arrested for. But they're claiming that actually they were assaulted, and it'll all be sorted out anyway, and it will come out in the wash. Now, that means that's 2 assaults by the same person in a number of days, possibly weeks, maybe.
Did the first video on his own channel? I've not checked the original.
The first one, if I believe, the first one that we got tagged in, I believe, was in Wigan, right?
I've only been tagged in.
And then the bail sheet that they've been arrested for an assault and are out on bail and aren't allowed in Walsall is for Walsall, bro, which tells me that's for 2 separate assaults. Right?
Yeah.
This is not a good look, man. This is not a good look. Say that again?
The one I seen, the guy was clearly drunk, and yeah, I've not seen the original video. I've just seen the bit I was tagged in. I don't think the original videos are linked, so yeah. I don't know.
Well, actually, I have the original video.
It's one.
I actually have the original video, so I'm thinking about doing a review on it myself. Actually,
yeah.
I've got the
if
video,
the auditor only cares about money, they will do anything for that view. It's that simple. If your only intention is to make money, it's like a news company. If a news company is run by a capitalist, the only news you're going to hear is negative because you're 10 times more likely to click on negative news. Do you get what I mean?
Okay. What do you think? Because this same individual. So I am kind of going on about a certain individual. I'm not going to even say their name. You know who I'm on about, right? 'Cause I'm not-
Well, yeah, I don't even really know who the person is. Obviously,
No,
I
no,
know the
okay,
name,
you
but I
don't-
don't know who the person
Right.
is. Yeah, I know the name, but like I said, I don't know nothing of them. I've not watched the content. I've
Now,
just seen that one video
dangerous,
that
bro.
was.
Some of the content's dangerous. Now, you know me. I'm all for going out and covering migrant hotels, right? But if you're going out doing migrant hotels and you're doing more than covering what you see, i.e., spinning narratives, saying false information, which, in my opinion, would only be done to generate some form of hate, also clicks and views. Again, not good look on auditing, right?
Yeah, but you have been controversial on this topic. I remember
Right.
you was at that migrant thing, weren't you? Telling him you was going to go buy a boat and like fucking send him back.
Well, this is the funny thing, bro. I turned around and didn't say that, and it was quite proven, quite simply, that I never said that.
No,
People
you didn't
take
say the
things
word
and spin it.
banana boat.
I
did you?
turned no. I turned and said, "I'll go buy you a boat from Argos, and you can go
Yeah,
back to your own country." Yeah?
that's what you said.
That's what I said. Someone tried saying that I'd made racist comments, and
Yeah, but you said-
it run with a narrative, and people jumped on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
Well, how about people that are actually on a channel and they're actually being racist, bro? Like, if I turned around and said to you, "Oh, there's some fly tipping over there," that's because of the Muslims. There's a bit of litter over here, that's because of the blacks. You know, like, are you crazy? Like, that is fucking fueling enough. That's not a true statement, is it? Let's all be honest. I live in Warsaw, but am I going to turn and say the litter in Warsaw's because of Muslims? Come on, bro. Like, just in my opinion, there's a certain way of doing things, you know. Well, actually, no, there's not a certain way of doing things. People can do it all they want, but there's certain things that if you act on, I think, or certain things that you do and carry yourself. Then the question I have is: does it just become damaging to the individual that's acting that way, or is it damaging to everyone that kind of associates with I'm an order?
It's one of them, and the only reason I'm called prank audits is because when you start taking the piss out of auditors, you attract a certain kind of people, and 90% of them are fucking weirdos, bro. I'm just gonna throw it out there. They're legit. They would stalk people. Do you get what I mean? So that's one of the reasons I shut it down. In America, there's people doing them same channels, and they're making more than auditors, mate. Do you get what I mean? So. Yeah. It's one of them. More people would prefer to watch something like that than they would watch an actual audit. But yeah, I'm called prank audits because for that reason, audits are effectively the pranks, aren't they? You're turning up, you're arousing suspicion, you're pranking the people, but auditors drag it on for the 45-minute video, don't they? Do you get what I mean? Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's a bit of a different outlook on it to say that it's a prank.
Well, if you was to sit back and look at it from a wider perspective, and you look at like the way AB does his videos, the comedy, it's prank, it's a joke, isn't it? DJ tries to do his with a bit of facts on the company, so I suppose he tries more educational.
Yeah, I guess to a degree. Then Reggie Photo brings comedy to it, so yeah, okay, I'll give you that one. That's a fair point.
Reggie Photo's a good example. I seen him with some Teddy taking pictures and that. Like it's just a comedy, innit? It's just a prank. It's
Reggie Photo's a genius, bro.
Yeah, but the thing
taking out a clear piece of perspex and looking through it in a fucking shopping centre would trigger someone. You know, that's crazy, man.
I actually seen some guy measuring a fence before, and he had no camera, no nothing. He just measured a fence, wrote down the measurements, and walked off. The fence is in a public path, nowhere near from that guy's property, and he just measured it and walked off. So people do that stuff all day, bro. I don't know. Yeah. Reggie Photo's a bit dodgy though, isn't he? Sometimes I reckon he does try and thingy, but I can't say nothing. My last audit, I stood outside a police station wearing a balaclava with a fishing rod and a donut attached to it. So obviously,
That was you.
Is that actually on your channel as well?
Yeah, the bit before it, the rest of it's coming out tomorrow. Yeah.
God, have a look at that, man. That's hilarious.
I've seen all sorts of different types of audits.
Oh, you know what's funny? Mello's been saying that to me for
Okay,
fucking months, Brit. Months, Mello's been saying that. Oh, you should take a fishing rod with a donut on it and just go stand at the fucking.
I've been saying it
And Frank's
online
actually
for
gone and done it.
yeah. Like, there's loads of stuff I'm going to do. I've tried it with weed, and I tried it with fake stuff, but you know, like fake weed, wrapping a zoot at the police station outside, no one cares. So then I just started smoking weed walking around Manchester, and the police was just laughing at me, mate. Like, they'd clearly not bothered. Yeah. So I'm going to try it with bags of white powder, see if they get a bit more.
If you really want to push it out a little bit, here's an idea for you.
Yeah, give me tips. I'm open to criticism as well, me. Like,
Oh, no. I'll give you something, but I think I'll let you into a little tip, right? You've heard of CBD,
Yeah.
right? Did you know that the flower is illegal,
Yeah, it is, yeah.
right? Not on the basis of how much THC is in it. The fact that flour is illegal.
Yeah, yeah.
The book. However, I've got a load of CBD tobacco.
So you've just got all the leaf.
I've got the leaves.
Has it been tested so it's under the
Yes.
0.02 or whatever it is?
Yes, and it's clearly marked on the packet as well. Different flavours, but it stinks like weed.
Yeah.
Especially if you
Well,
put it on a
if I'm
bong.
smoking it, sorry, Grim, if I'm smoking it, they're not going to be bothered.
No,
Because
but
I've
if you're
smoked
using
real
a
bud
bong-
in Manchester Town Centre following the police. They just turn around and laugh. So I walked past them and had a big drag cat smoking it. And they just walked past, smiled at me and went in the shop getting the donuts.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they will do because they're not interested because it's.
I think the smell, they're not allowed to stop and search you for the smell alone because too many police was misusing it, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you're stood there rolling,
Yeah.
and especially if it's coming out of a plastic bag,
Yeah, it did when I rolled it, mate, yeah. I just made a blunt outside the town hall in Manchester City Centre. Police walk past all the time.
yeah, no, they don't give a monkeys. They don't care.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking, if you want some, let me know. I can arrange.
I'll think about it. I'll have to buy some testers, so obviously I can test it myself to make sure. But yeah, I'll
Test
think
it
about
as
it.
much as
Nice
you
one,
like.
Grimwood.
It's already in the sealed wrappers.
Is it?
I bought a load of it. But if you want some, you can have some. By all means, not a problem.
Yeah, I'll think about it. Because what I might do with that, if it's legal, I could just put it in different packets and just go around and give samples out to the homeless people in town and that.
Yeah.
And then eventually cameras will pick me up giving out bags and then they'll have to come and search me, won't they? Do you get what I mean?
Well, they would have a reasonable excuse, I suppose.
Yeah, they'd have reasonable suspicion at that point, wouldn't they? See, I'm up for giving them the suspicion, me, like, obviously. It's how they react with that suspicion that.
It's that you're not baiting. Well, it's down to them whether they take the bait or not. But at the end of the day, you're doing something which is perfectly illegal. How far will they take it?
Yeah, if they just rush me, twist me up, and they don't come over and say what's going on, they've instantly breached my rights, haven't they?
Yeah. I mean, to me, an audit is about measuring something. So you know what you're measuring against, and do they meet that criteria? There's a difference between that and clicks for views. People who go out deliberately baiting people, right? That's for clicks and views.
I'd say I deliberately baited this police station. I walked around for 15 minutes with a balaclava on and the rod upside down looking like a weapon hanging out my bag. I'd say I baited them, to be fair. The woman was sat in the police car demanding a stop search on me before she drove out. So
yeah. But but hang on. That's actions. I'm talking about people who are shouting and effing and jeffing and whatnot.
All right,
Right.
yeah, I was polite. Yeah, she asked me, "Am I all right?" I told her, "Yeah, I'm having a good day, you." And then she got in the
that
car
is
and she
funny
must
though.
have jumped on the
Balaclava,
radio.
right. That's funny.
What's up, mate?
Saying going with a balaclava on is pretty funny. The big
Yeah,
picture in it now.
what?
Frank
Can you
Audits.
put the short on now? Watch the short I uploaded, mate. Like
I was going to
that
say,
made me
Bear,
laugh. The woman's proper paranoid and that in it. So I said, "Is anyone currently wanted 6 feet tall wearing a balaclava?" And she's just like, "I don't know." Yeah.
do
Hang
me a
on.
favour, Bear, will you put Frank Audits link
Most
on?
recent short, yeah.
Yeah. All my other videos, I'm not impressed with them, Grim, but this last one, it tickled me. It had me in stitches.
It's funny, man. To picture it now. Yeah, Grim, I'll put it back. Is this backstage? If not, it's in the chat. If it goes in the chat, people watch it. Yeah, it's gone in the chat. I'm gonna give it Grim then.
Yeah,
Grim,
can I
Grim,
upload
can you
ones
play
that are
it?
back here that I've not even uploaded yet? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll do it in a
Let me
minute.
see if
Give
I
me a
can
sec.
upload this one here, Bear. You can play this. I'll give you a preview. The guy goes on, he starts waffling about how I look suspicious because I'm stood there with a fishing rod on that. I don't know.
This
Saying
is what I mean.
for the
How
terrorist
stupid are these
levels.
people? How
I was
stupid
told
are
that
they?
they had me though, so I'm just agreeing with him on that. Plus, it was funny. The first sentence we spoke, he'd already
But
broke the
it is,
barrier.
man. But even like, listen, all right. I don't believe anyone who stood outside a police station with a balaclava on, especially if you're just kind of chilling, you know, in no hurry. No one's
Yeah.
doing that if they're really up to a no good, man. Like these,
Well,
and they know it as well. Like you've got a fishing rod. Clearly, you're trying to be like some kind of joker, right? You know,
yeah.
trying to like the
Bro, yeah.
fact that they just leave you fucking be. I mean, you don't want that because that's then no content, but you do at the same time because that's surely what it's all about, right?
To be
The
fair
right.
though, they don't know what's attached to the fishing rod at that point. So yeah, do you get what I mean? I could be throwing anything over, can I?
Hand grenade or something.
Well, you only need 3 chemicals, mix them together. When it crystallizes, that's a bomb, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, make it big screen, Grim.
I will do in a second.
Hang on, I can do that. I can do it. That's better.
Like the best I'm going to get it.
Yo, what's up, hippie man? Good to see you, bro.
Hi, hippie.
No sound, Grim.
Is there anyone 6 foot
Oh yeah,
tall
there
wearing
is.
a
Yeah, there is.
balaclava currently wanted, do you know? So do you actually know everyone who's wanted in the area? Is there anyone 6 foot tall wearing a balaclava currently wanted, do you know?
Fishing rod.
You actually know everyone who's wanted in the area?
Oh, go and see the thing for this one.
Is there anyone 6 foot tall wearing a balaclava currently wanted, do you know?
Brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, she was paranoid, bro. Like, if I hadn't told the first cop what was going on, I was getting stopped and searched, mate. She'd already made loads of lies saying I was looking in cars and that. Like, yeah.
They're fucking stupid, man. They're fucking stupid, these fucking coppers. They're dumb as fuck. And it's a global thing. Speak to a lot of Americans and their police over there are just as fucking brain dead as us. The only more dangerous thing is they all carry fucking guns, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would worry me if all our police, every single one carried a gun.
Well, they train to aim for the body, so you'd have to wear ballistics, wouldn't you, mate? You'd have to go ready expecting it, wouldn't you? I don't know. Especially the stuff I'm planning on doing. I was thinking about buying a 12-inch dildo, putting it in my pants so it looks like a weapon and letting them search me, pulling it out.
No, that's just cockbaiting.
I could just picture his face when he pulls it out, you know.
Guys, I've just put Prank Audits link out. Please go over and turn that 223 subscribers into a lot more.
Yeah. I don't even know if I'm going to put adverts on, you know. I'm trying to get sponsors, because if you get sponsors, you just get paid 100 quid, 250 or whatever they're willing to pay per video. And you get paid to go out then, don't you? Do you get what I mean? So I'm trying to do that, but there's loads of stipulations that they want. And
Yeah, I
yeah.
know a little bit myself, not too much, but there's like, ideally they want people that are hitting an average of a certain amount of views.
No, well, they're not bothered about that, mate. They don't care about that because they
I've
can
kind
pay
of
for
reached
the.
out to a couple, and it kind of, in a way, does. There's no point in them paying somebody. They're looking at a channel or your platform, say, for instance, say my platform, and all my videos were getting like, I don't know, 50, 100 views, even 500 views. That to them isn't going to, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
What's
no, but
500 views?
obviously, I've given ways to circumvent it, and obviously, if they was to then once there's a sponsor in a video, they own that content as well. I was going to give them the rights so they could, obviously, they can pay for advertising and they could boost the views anyway.
Oh,
Do you
okay.
know what I mean? There's loads of other ways to do it, mate. Yeah.
I don't know who that is. Never seen them before, but the Silent Order.
Oh,
I know the
That's
Silent Order.
should be worried about this guy. I'm going to do a no comment audit one time as well.
Yeah, I know the Silent Order. He is a good guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love to be a Silent Order. I've got too much of a big mouth, man.
Well, the problem
You
is
can't either, you know. It's not really fair, is it, if you just go in there being quiet? Like, you can't complain if you get searched after that, can you? Do you get what I mean?
Well, it depends on what
I
they're
don't know. I
searching
have
for.
the right to remain silent, right? I mean,
Yeah, but you have the right to tell him. You have the right to remain silent as well, don't you? You don't actually have to just remain silent. You can just tell him, no comment. I'm not speaking to you, mate. Jog on. Yeah, I'm going to try it. As soon as I get an officer that instantly acts a prick, he's having it, bro. Do you get what I mean? But I've got to wait for this first guy, mate. He just made me laugh. Like, because obviously it's weird, mate. I was stuck on the wall one eye. I ended up hooking the wall and everything. My donut got lost. It was crazy. So I just ended up starting off by telling him the truth straight away. Other times I might just stand there. I'm thinking about getting a bite alarm and everything, just setting up camp, put a tent there, little bivvy, 3 cart prods, donuts at each end of the police station on that, and just see what we catch. I don't know. Got to have a laugh with it, aren't you?
well, yeah. At the end of the day, it is an entertainment platform. You know what I mean? And to keep most people interested in anything, you've got to kind of make it fun in a way, right? No one's going to sit there and listen to just a load of boring information. No one would do that.
Well,
I
this
mean,
is
you
it
would,
as
but
well. It'll attract different viewers as well, I think, which auditing could do with. So it might attract some younger minds in it, like more creative people and that. Most people in the auditing community are set in their ways. They can't even have an open debate without kicking off, threatening to doorstep each other. And
yeah, I guess. I guess. Well, I don't know. Well, it depends what you mean by discussion. It depends what you're discussing,
well,
right?
I think the last one, Peter Pope ended up kicking off over some garbage on one, and then he kicked off on another one over a freehold. When you buy a property and it's freehold, when you pay off your mortgage, you own that property. He's like, no, you don't. The banks own it. And then he's just started kicking off doing a Peter Pope.
Yeah, I guess that's not good.
Yeah. So what have you been up to?
But you are right. You are right. And I've been guilty of this in the past. I've been trying not to be like it for quite a while now, actually, is that a lot of the auditors really don't like being critiqued. But people that go around and critique other people in their lines of work, it's funny that when that is flipped on them, a lot of us don't seem to like it. You know what I mean?
The last person I criticised was DJ Media for the way he was filming a woman at a migrant hotel. And yeah, he is a perv, that guy, bro. An absolute perv. Swear down.
Again, you know, I don't want to say I just like bad mouth everyone, but again, I've already said this many a times, bro. Like, this is what I'm trying to say. Like, when people come in, I don't expect us all to have fucking things. I've never claimed to have a perfect past or anything, right? But there's got to surely be a point where, like, certain people that do certain things and certainly maybe even get like convicted of certain crimes, surely them shouldn't have that moral high ground to sit on and say that they're holding people to account. That's just my opinion on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, this is the internet where you can pretend to be whoever you want, can't you?
On the internet, yeah, for sure, right?
Yeah. People are just going to do whatever they do.
Yeah, I pretend to be nice. I'm on here.
He copyright strike. He didn't like my opinions, did he?
See, I
Turns
don't
out
agree
a
with
lot
that,
of people
bro.
don't like my opinions, to be fair. Like, I'm banned from chats and that. Like, some mods have they still take it personal, don't they?
We've
Well,
got one rule.
it's the one thing I've always been accused of, and I've never done it. No one's ever been able to show me proof that it was me when they've had a copyright strike, but I don't agree with
You never
copyright striking channels.
Yeah, you never copyright striked mine.
Nah, I don't agree with it, bro. Even if I don't agree with the video that's being put out, I won't ever copyright you. Yeah, I mean, listen, if somebody took a video, like, let's say I posted a video today, and by tomorrow morning you've got it up on your fucking channel, the full length of the video, and just literally taken it from mine and put it on yours. I mean, yeah, I might think about it. I'm going to be maybe a little bit pissed about that.
Yeah,
but when it comes to people like
strike it though, you just claim it.
no, you just claim it, exactly. That's what I mean. You don't have to actually strike the channel, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I don't really agree with just because someone's critiquing an audit of yours or something that it should be like, I don't know. I don't think people should put strikes in, man.
Yeah, well, this is it. Everyone who does a third, like, ass-licking criticism, they allow them to be left up, which I find a bit weird, innit? Like, obviously, you just don't like being told the truth. And most auditors know what they're doing. Like, they are going out just to line people up, aren't they? And it's fair enough. It's your right to do that, innit? It is a free country.
You know, you say about like doing certain things and you can't expect to not be stopped and things like that, right? I've taken this all into consideration when I've been critiqued in the past, right? Criticised in the past, always.
Yeah.
Now, I've gone away on audits and done the complete opposite, right? So, and sometimes it's done intentionally. I swear people think I'm thick and I don't know what I'm doing, but I do shit intentionally sometimes in my videos, right? So, like I do, right? And it's funny because I can go out and do something in a video tomorrow that I know's not exactly right, and people will pull it up in the chat. People will pull it up in the chat, so it's going to get people commenting in the chat. If people are commenting in the chat, that's going to do well for the algorithm. People don't realise this; they're fucking stupid. Yeah. So I've had things before where, like, recently with the drone, they've come out, right? And have you got a flyer ID? Yeah, I've been willing to show it. I know I don't have to show it them, but listen, and I don't give them my name. My name's covered, but why would I not show it? Like, have you gone with that attitude? Oh, have you got your flyer ID on? Yeah, I have. Oh, you don't have to show them your flyer ID. I mean, I haven't literally let them write it down, but I've allowed them to fucking see that it's on the drone. You want to know how many people have fucking criticised me going, oh, fucking hell, you don't give your fucking detail. It's like you can't win. It's like if you stand there and be awkward and saying, nah, I'm not doing that, I'm not doing that. Then people are like, oh, you're just doing that for clicks and views. And then you do it the other way and people are like, nah, you don't know how to audit. Go watch DJ Audits. It's like, you can't fucking win. But it's funny because, like I say, a lot of it's very intentional sometimes.
Did you show it to a random warehouse worker or did you show it to the police? Who did you show it to?
I showed it to the police.
Yeah. You've got, if they know you've been flying your drone, you've got to show it them by law, mate. Right? That's
well, again, people like Section 8 and 9, right, of the Management Act, right?
Yeah.
But a lot of people tell me,
you're supposed to carry a little card with a QR code on it so they can scan it. Yeah.
You know, there is an aspect of, and actually, I done Walsall Football Ground, and the football manager come out and he was like, "Oh, you can't fly it." And to be honest, I don't know whether he was bullshitting me or not, but he didn't come out aggressive or being shitty with me, right? Treated me
Yeah.
like a human being, and he said, "Oh, you won't be able to fly it over here anyway because it's geotagged." And I said to him, "Well, if that's the case, mate, my drone, when I go to take off, will override my drone and basically it will stop my drone from being able to take off, right?" "Oh, okay, blah blah. You're right if I take a picture of it." Said to him, like, I don't know, I don't think he did take a picture of it in the end. He said something about his camera not working, but
Yeah.
again, like people are like, "Oh, you shouldn't do." Why not? Why not? Like if you're legit and you've got nothing to hide, right? Then why not? Like I get it that you have the right not to, but like you just said, you also have the right to. Like,
Yeah, you do.
so you can never win anyway. I've realised that if you go out there and do something that like where it comes across as if you're baiting or you're baiting and it's for clicks and views, and if you try and do it a little bit more like where you're actually being a bit more considerate towards the people that you're ordering and stuff, and like people are very quick to be like, "Oh, that's not the right way to order it. You don't." It's like, well, you can't have it both ways.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know what's going on. No one got a notification for this
different,
one.
yeah.
Sorry, bro.
I've been planning it first. Like, I went to a football ground and I was going to cast donuts at a riot van, but obviously there was no riot van. So I sent my drone up and I got told it'll be shot down. It's against football law and all this other garbage. But obviously they stopped the match, innit? So I just pulled my drone straight back down. I don't know. I feel like a twat doing something like that. It's not me. It wasn't funny. Do you get what I mean? But yeah, I shown them the flyer ID on my drone, and it's just random letters and numbers, mate. Like, it's been on my drone for the last 2.5 years or something, and it's definitely not my flyer ID because I typed it in when I was editing the video. I seen that the full number was there. I thought, hang on, I don't even know what that number is. So I typed it in, and it doesn't link back to me or the drone. So I should probably change it.
Frank Audits. If you want to fly your drone, can I suggest that you do it? You want to do it over a football match when a football match is being played? I'd do it over Old Trafford.
No, see,
you can't.
You
can't. Anyway, by legislation, that's more than 1,000 people.
Yeah.
A group of more than 1,000 people, you can't do that one.
Yeah, the rules on that though is you're not allowed to fly over.
All right. In that case, then do it over the football ground, so there's a cricket ground. You'd be all right there.
Well, again, it depends if it's geotagged. A lot of these bigger clubs, man, are geotagged. So unless you actually ring up the fucking...
Yeah, you can just disconnect your GPS before you fly, though. Right, you can still get through that.
You both missed the joke. Absolutely.
Try again then, mate, because I'm... Try again then, go on.
Well, what I actually said was do it over Old Trafford on a Saturday. Right? Yeah. But then you said you can't if it's over, because it's over 1,000 people. So that's why I said we'll fly it over the football ground.
Because it'll be empty, yeah.
Well, there'll be no United supporters there.
When I was at Rochdale, the guy's trying to tell me I'm flying over a crowd, but when you look at the drone footage, there was about 40 people at the end. But Porky's from Rochdale, so he told me underneath the wall and the roof, there was loads of people, but there was still no way the drone could have landed on them from where I was. There was just, yeah, they tried and told me I had to go down the road. It started raining, so I had to pack it away anyway. So I never got to fly it up again. But
these motherfuckers have got drone units now.
They have near you, haven't they? They have near you, lad.
Fucking hell.
Chasing people down with drones instead, aren't they?
There's been a few cases of it, man. They've used drones and that. All like, same technology pretty much that's on a fucking helicopter, man. Got all the heat sensors, thermal sensors, you know what I mean?
Yeah, buy an air rifle, BBA, see if you can take one down, lad.
Yeah, that'd be pretty fun to be
If
fair.
they start flying round some of the concrete jungles in Manchester, mate, they won't be up for long.
Yeah, that's the thing, though, right? Are we like going to end up one day becoming, I don't know, telling me we're going to have like drones in the air, surveillance in us all?
Happens already.
Yeah, it does happen. But they use ones that we can't see, though, don't they? Yeah, I can't remember what they're called, but they're higher up. Right? All the new
Mini drones?
technology in it.
You mean they're not flown by pigs?
I think these ones are flown by MI5 and that, to be fair, mate.
Oh, the serious
Yeah, yeah, the proper surveillance drones, bro, yeah. You won't be able to see it. Fly above commercial aircraft, innit?
To be honest, I don't see why the government would need surveillance drones, to be honest. I mean, there's this marvellous invention now called satellites.
Yeah, satellite. Well, have you seen as well? Fucking, I see another article today. Someone else been found who was wanted through facial recognition cameras.
Yeah.
Telling you, man, those motherfuckers, they ain't gonna matter what you could be wanted for something as simple as like council tax, man. Boom, they're gonna come fuck you up.
Shall I make a video teaching you how to get from one side of the country to the other while you're wanted?
When you're wanted.
Yeah, all you've got to do is wear a balaclava and strap a GoPro to your chest and tell them you're an auditor. Simple. You'll get from one side to the other. Light work.
Well, you
I
all
always wanted to do a video like that. Like literally see how far across the country I could like do something like hitchhiking. I reckon that'd be really smart,
you'd
man.
meet some good people on the way as well, you know.
There, it will only work for you if you're offering to give people food back.
Give them what?
Food back, because you'd have to take your fridge with you, otherwise you won't survive.
Mini fridge in backpack.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate. But, you know, can you carry a fridge on your back? I'm thinking about it. You wouldn't be able to go too far because you wouldn't be able to plug it in.
Yeah, you should try it, baby. See if you can hitchhike to Scotland or something.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if you could do it, man. And it could take fucking ages, though. You know what I mean?
There's people who have done it at private airfields, hitchhiked on a private jet to other countries and that way. It's possible. You're only trying to get in a couple of cars, aren't you, or vans? It'll be workers that'll probably, self-employed van drivers, and that'll probably hook you up.
You'll be able to, listen, if you can get hold of a trade plate, pair of them, you'll be able to go anywhere. The lorry drivers will pick you up. I'll have a look at your channel later. I hate calling you. Can I call you PA?
Yeah, call me whatever you want. Cunt, knobhead, waste man, just whatever rolls off the tongue.
Man?
Yeah.
Have you always suffered from being from Manchester?
Technically, yeah. Technically. I was born in Manchester, well, in Greater Manchester.
Oh, Greater Manchester, yeah. I'm glad you said that. Saves me having a go. I know somebody who kept saying that they were born in Manchester, and it turns out that they were right because they were born at St Mary's, as it was back in the day. It's now the maternity wing of, and it's still called St Mary's. But it's part of Manchester University medical thing now. But they actually lived in Hardwick, near to the Apollo. But they lived the wrong side of the Apollo, so technically they weren't actually from Manchester.
Was they closer to Chile?
And I love winding them up. It's a bit like when Manchester City supporters say that they play in Manchester. Correct, they do. However, Manchester United supporters who claim they play in Manchester, they don't. They play in Old Trafford. It's a separate borough.
Yeah, it's still part of Manchester, Old Trafford, though, isn't it? It's got
That's
Manchester
what they
Council.
argue. And
Yeah, I'm going to
Quarters
stick
of
up
the
for them
borders.
there.
To be fair, that's the
Five
same
people
with
from
a lot of
Salford.
football clubs
It's,
these days, man. They're all built on the outskirts of the city, and there's very few that are like right in the heart of it.
The last one I knew that definitely did. I'm talking about, in the Premiership. Probably was Manchester City, because they did live in the heart of Manchester. Moss Side, you can't get any rougher than now, can you? But they moved out when they built the
Moss
Commonwealth.
Side's not even rough, it's a nice place. It's just
Not
got lots of
anymore.
bad stigma from the 90s.
Yeah, not anymore. I was going to say, listen, I remember going back before the riots in Manchester. I visited a few friends of mine there. There's a party going on. We all got very pissed, very stoned, and weed was really nice back in them days. And we all dressed up outside. We went into a toga party, or I went into a toga party. We all came out wearing sheets, white sheets, pillowcases on our heads. I got accused of trying to cause a race riot because I was the only white guy there. Don't know why, but it was funny.
You was the only white guy there.
Yeah,
that's another misconception. There's lots of white people.
No. At the time, at the party, I was.
Yeah, the party. Yeah, that's what people just think. It's full of African people, Moss Side, and it's not, is it? It's
not. It's multicultural.
Yeah,
really multicultural. I can't say who has the greatest monopoly anymore, do we say? Because different groups have moved in and different groups have moved out, but it has calmed down a lot more than it used to. When I lived there, I've lived in Hume, I've lived in Moss Side and Whalley Range.
Yeah, you've lived in three of the roughest places from ages ago, then, haven't you? Yeah.
Well, back in the 80s when I was young.
Yeah, the 80s, 90s. It calmed down like mid-2000s. It calmed down.
And I don't live that far away from there now. But I think the hooligans have died down. There's more pride, I think, in local communities. And then the police come in.
All the aunties and uncles are slapping them round the back of the head on that, aren't they? Teaching them a lesson.
Yeah, because they've gone through it,
Yeah, because they've seen it, haven't they? They're the people who was doing all this stuff ages ago.
Don't do as I did, crack. What do you mean you're passing it to the left-hand side? That stopped a long time ago.
Yeah, two puff and pass it to the right. What are you doing?
Yeah. Right wing, not left wing. Good evening, Shane. The jolly man. Tony, not seen you.
Yo, Tony Whitworth, the jolly man. Shane, what's going on, man? Big up yourself, bro.
Anybody wants to come up like Big G, please come on up.
Be honest, I'm gonna jump off in about 5 minutes.
Okay. Oh yeah, you got work. I mean, this is the reason why I started early again.
And I thought we were going. I thought we were streaming elsewhere tonight.
We are.
No, I mean, I thought we were using a different streaming server.
We are. So we're on the website.
So we're not on.
We are on all channels still. I didn't disconnect us from anywhere. Because it's so tame.
How many watchers are you getting on your website? Is it building up?
It's all, well, basically, look, the website goes, that service is available 24/7, but we haven't got enough people who want to go over. You try pricing people from YouTube.
Well, people stick to what they Oh, don't
I'm
they?
saying exactly that's what happens. So, tonight's topic, it turned out to be so tame, it was unbelievable. Everyone's quite happy to accept a one world government. Everyone's happy to accept that whatever they say, we will comply with.
I
Well,
don't
I'm not
think
happy
people are
to
happy.
accept it. I thought that. Who are these people who are happy? They all need to sort it out. We need independent government. None of this sponsored by people we don't know. We need independent people doing independent things for independent people. That's what
No.
we need.
Unfortunately, you didn't see the video that I brought. That I did. I do a lot of different promos for different shows, right?
Yeah.
I came up with this idea: one world government, where they tell you what you'll eat, what time you'll go to sleep, what time you'll get up, how far you will travel, how you will travel.
Yeah.
The fact that you can't have any sexual relations until you're married, but you can only get married on the 29th of February.
Once every 4 years.
Yeah. Any sexual relations before marriage will mean that you've broken the law, therefore you will be revoked as a living person.
Yeah.
If you have a child or you are pregnant and you miscarriage or it is aborted, you will face 21 years in jail, as in that is the bare minimum. Any child care that is given has to be given by the biological mother and biological father. Failure to do so will be 21 years inside.
You've already described open prison, so what does inside look like? Because, don't sound very good to me, this.
Yeah, hang on. Anything else, where any other law that you break, which is dictated to by this one world government, you will be terminated therewith.
Yeah.
No such thing as control of the human race, because by the time they finish with it, they'll only be a few.
That sounds like going backwards, man. Like into the Stone Ages and shit.
But it never happened. It never happened. The closest you got was Great Britain and the British Empire.
Yeah.
That's the closest you ever got.
Big G says independent leadership. Well, I think it's possible to get independent MPs throughout the Houses of Parliament. Do you think it's possible? No,
because the party's a big business. That's how come the Liberals have survived so long without getting into power. The last time they were in power, I believe, I could be wrong, was just before Harold Wilson.
Yeah. When Parliament was created, it was just independent people, wasn't it? And that's, I think,
originally, of course, it was the barons.
Yeah.
It was the barons and not the lords. It was the barons that made the decisions, went to the lords to be ratified, and then ultimately the king at the time would say, yeah. But he had no choice, thanks to, what's his name, Oliver Cromwell, who saw what had happened and was regretting it ever since.
Guy Fawkes had the right idea.
But Guy Fawkes...
You can't say that, mate. Calm down, bro.
Hang on, Guy Fawkes was the only honest politician...
Well, you know,
I believe if something's not happened or something doesn't change, by 2030 there will be an uprising in the UK. And I believe the media is trying to create a race war between the far right and obviously
they're pushing
just
that
playing traps like we do every time. And I think everyone should come together and think of a reasonable solution. And actually try and do something to make change, but it's not going to happen because it's YouTube and everyone just wants to call each other cunts.
Yeah,
but you never know.
That's YouTube. But back in the 80s, you were talking about the riots, right? That was caused through division between the right wing and the anti-racists, for want of a better expression, and the anti-Nazi League, as it was called. right? And it ended up causing riots in different places. And it was
Yeah,
about that, and it was also about poverty. And I think the Tories were in charge at the time, I think Thatcher was, and it almost led to their downfall.
yeah. Well, I think something similar. I don't remember that. I wasn't alive then, mate. But obviously, I think something similar is going to happen again within the next 6 years or whatever, if not sooner. Depends on what happens with the election, I think.
Well, either way, I'll be manning the barricades. I'll do what I did last time. I won't. I will join in. It's always good fun. You can audit.
Yeah, I'll just go out with them, me. Yeah,
Film it as you go along.
yeah, it's no different. I won't be filming it though. People don't want to be recorded in them situations, do they? And there'd be nothing to record. Everyone would be ballied up, wouldn't they? It'd be dark. Petrol bombs flying about. You know how it works. It's not going to be good times, is it?
Well,
Hey, I gotta say it. Sorry, I really gotta say it. But Julianne and Joe Vlogs, I know you're both listening in. Hence why you got a community post 15 minutes ago, because you clearly just listened to a conversation on here. You two are fucking pathetic. Straight up pathetic. Eva, I'm just gonna put this out there. I'm gonna give you the opportunity to tell everyone the truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth, obviously, from start to finish. How everyone thought that we were friends and how we got to where we got to. I'm going to give you the opportunity to do that. Otherwise, I am going to do it. But only, I won't just put shit out there and little 30-second clips of recorded phone calls. But I will put everything, the evidence out of your Discord, the messages you sent me back in November and December. I will put everything out. I will put everything that you ever said in my Discord out, so that people that you now try to run to, i.e. like taking our rights back, the minute that I distanced myself from you, it kind of makes you look very silly. It's going to make you look very silly. You wanted to open a can of worms today by putting a video out. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. But no, that when I put stuff out, I like to stick to facts and stuff that I can back up. And you've only put out 30 seconds of a story when you should have put out the whole story, because there's no denying what I said in the phone call. There's no denying what I said in the phone call. But you don't show the beginning of that phone call, and you don't, as far as I'm aware, show the end of the phone call. So why is that? Why was not the whole phone call recorded, and why is only a little bit put out? Why have you not told people why it is that we even got to where we got to, and you just turned around and said, oh, he was abusing my missus? Now again, Bear didn't abuse no woman, not unless you've had some kind of sex change and you're actually transgender, right? Joe, you little bitch, you fanny, you absolute little pussy, right? Come push me in my face, I dare you. See how that goes for you. As I told you in the message, when you rang me up, threatening to come on. Listen, he does. I'm talking to him directly because he's listening, right? Now I'm telling you, come here, bro. Come here with the 10 men like you said you were going to when you called me. And before you say it didn't happen, and just because I don't fucking record phone calls like you to set people up, right, doesn't mean it didn't happen. I do have the messages from you, though, when you tried to backtrack and go, oh, sorry for that. Okay, I then have you trying to message me in January, where I had to block you on WhatsApp. It clearly says you blocked this contact. Me, I blocked you because of your persistent messaging. You're fucking weird. And now you sit over there. Oh, Bear's got a boner over me. Bear couldn't give a fuck about you and your ex-missus of a copper. We couldn't care less. And that's another thing. If you're an order, why aren't you telling everybody that your ex-missus is a copper? I mean, that would be a great insight for everybody, especially your viewers. Again, I've given you a brilliant little idea there, just like I put you on the map in the first place, right? You sit here and say, hey, Bear's really big-headed. But the fact of the matter is, you had some bullshit little cycling channel where you used to ride up and down the fucking canal, right? And up until that point where I took you out auditing, or you reckon you pay, well, you did. You offered once to pay for me to come up, right? Because I couldn't get there that day, right? And I put you on the map. You come out with me. You went out and done a couple of hotels. But bearing in mind, you also done a Palestine protest where you were like licking ass with those Muslims that day, which is why I know you're a shithouse and you'd never walk up to a Muslim and say the shit that you say on your channel when you're spinning your little narratives on your fucking channel. Joe Blogs, you are a bitch. And I go back to, I am going to give you the opportunity to tell everybody in full context what has happened. Otherwise, this weekend, when I have time, because some of us work, we're not on PIP, right? We're not on PIP like you with your little PIP car. We're not on PIP, right? I'm going to sit on a weekend and I'm going to put the video out and I'm going to put the video together. And then I'm going to put the video together. Then I'm going to publish that video and put it out for everyone to see from start to finish what I have, with more context as to how we got to where we got to, who threatened who first, who's on bail for assault, who also assaulted someone that we all see in a video, that also wasn't allowed near fucking Pam's place because you were aggressive at a fucking care home. Where shall I fucking carry on? But all of this is to come if you don't set the record straight that I didn't abuse your missus. You were also in that phone call. It just so happens that you have your missus being your mouthpiece. So it was very easy to make that look like I was just abusing a woman. You knew damn well who I was talking to, Joe, and I was talking to you. Unfortunately, your missus has a bigger backbone and isn't as spineless as you, which is why she's the one that you can hear in the call and not you. So as I say, your deadline's the weekend, maybe Sunday, maybe Saturday night, depends how fucking nice I'm feeling. And then, like I say, full context, everywhere you've ever acted, every bullshit story you've give, I've got stuff to believe there's reasonable doubt around it. And as I say, I will bring it all up with evidence, black and white, I promise. No bullshit, no assumptions, no accusations, no just saying what I want to suit narratives. I am going to only talk about what I can back up with 100% evidence, most of it from your own text. I won't say mouth because it's messages, but from you, your mobile number, your Discord account, you, Joe, you, Julianne. So please, it can either end here or you can carry it on. I really don't have time for people like you that don't seem to fucking have anything better to do than, like I say, sit around bumming it around. So it's up to you. Weekend, shut your mouth, or you got till the weekend for full context. Otherwise, big expose coming on your ass over the weekend. And that's all I'm going to say about it.
Right.
Anyway, Grim, I'm going to jump out, bro, because I've got better things to do than fucking
I was just curious, what job are you doing, baby? Is it good? Are you enjoying
rant
it?
on.
Is it-
I've got better
Alright.
things to do than rant on, and people don't want to listen to me rant. But they're obviously listening in, so that message is for them.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. No problem.
What's your job, baby? What you doing, bro? Is it
Huh?
good? What's your new job? Is it good?
It's good, bro. It's good. I enjoy it. It's a
Good.
job I'm fairly good
Are
at,
you
so I
working
enjoy it,
with
bro.
your son, or is it like in a building? Obviously, you don't want to say too much on here, do you? Like,
I work outdoors, bro. I don't work
Yeah,
inside.
they're the best ones,
I've always struggled with working inside.
yeah, it's good. That sun will be out for you soon as well, won't it?
Yeah, bro. Like I said, I already feel 100% better, man. 100% better. But people like this see that you're doing well, bro, and they keep trying to bring you down and down and down. And then everyone jumps on the narratives because they don't like you. And it's kind of funny, man, but it gets a bit tedious and repetitive. You know what I mean?
It's YouTube, innit, mate? Like I said, I don't even know what all that was about, but you clearly just had something
know.
that you wanted to get off your chest,
know.
didn't you, mate?
They know. They know.
Yeah.
They know. Like I say, everyone they've slagged off, maybe go tell them before running around to everyone. Running around, hi, and then saying in that phone call, I'm now thinking for myself. So what they're basically saying then is, for the time that apparently they know me, I had them on strings like puppets, is what they're saying. From their own words, from their own admittance. That's what they're basically saying.
Please, just 2 seconds. Thank you. Bear isn't going to rage quit. I wasn't aware that this was going to happen, so but I'm glad he's got it off his chest because that
Only
wasn't
till Sunday
actually-
latest. Sunday latest. If I hear my name mentioned by these individuals from now till Sunday, and they haven't put it into full context, I am exposing their ass. And I would not say anything. I don't feel that I've got enough evidence here to back up. I wouldn't do it. I would not open my mouth and I'd keep fucking stunned. But I'm telling you now, they've got till the weekend. Otherwise, I'm going to show them for the liars that they are. And it will also prove that they spin bullshit narratives on their channel for clicks and views and just to stir up racial hatred. So stay tuned, people. Stay tuned.
And on that, Frank Audits, first time up here. Hope you'll come back. I hope Bear hasn't put you off.
It's not my first time coming up. I've been up before that.
When I've been here?
We spoke ages ago. Do you not remember auditing auditors?
Oh, yeah. Is that you?
Easy now, Grim.
Now I know who you are.
Wow.
Yeah, all right, Princess Angela.
It's actually nice to speak to you. And I know that you do actually have a prank or two, but so does the Grim Reaper. What you hear from? Fair warning. I'm only joking. As for Bear explaining his position, I'm not getting involved. That is between you and them. I have one golden rule, and I will be having a conversation with Bear later, but I don't do things on YouTube.
It's probably for the best, mate. It's probably for the best.
Yeah. When the network is involved on a YouTube, on this channel, not Bear's, on the network channel, you leave your shit at the door. All right. However, if you continue pushing it out and the crap out, I don't care whether you're on Bear's channel, you're on somebody else's channel, I'll call you out. And I may upset you, I may not, and quite frankly, I don't care. But if you've got a problem with any of tonight's performance by the actors up here, whether that be UK Transparency, thank you very much, Prank Audits, or the biggest pranker going, Bear Britain, please put it on an email, address it to dillygaff@idon'tgiveafuck.com. Thank you very much. And on that note, I'm saying good night to you all, and the stream is going within the next 2 minutes. Last statements, please, gentlemen.
Good night, all. Hope you all have a good rest, and probably catch you tomorrow.
Cheers. I will. I'll see you shortly. Thank you for coming up.
See you later, yeah, I'll see you all later. Take care, lad.
Take care. Cheers. Speak to you again soon. Cheers for now, guys. Thanks for everyone dropping in. Bye.